I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mother told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rock and Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Man, I'm a little sad, everybody. First, let me apologize to everybody that was watching on Playback TV. So I was on Playback TV. I had to use the app from my phone. So I had it open on my phone and on the computer. And so I closed it on my phone thinking that it'll still be up on the computer. And then once I closed on my phone, it just shut it down. So for everybody on Playback TV, that was my fault, man. I wasn't mad or nothing. It was just, I was just trying something. And it didn't work. So, man, my bad, everybody that was having a conversation. It wasn't me being greasy. It was just me trying to figure out technology. Things happen, bro. Things happen, y'all. I'm gonna put the link out here for the guys that was having the chat on Playback TV. Again, my bad, man. I just legit closed the app on my phone, and it just shut everything down. So, yeah, man, my bad, y'all. So, the Knicks lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder 117-107. We lost to one of the better teams in the league. I ain't gonna front, man. That team is good. We lost to them on their floor. Ed Winning is in the building. Ed Winning, hey, thank you for the generous contribution. He says that L is on Tibbs, not the players. Once again, failure to make adjustments and use the bench. Hey, man, the ED, I be trying not to. Excuse me, I ain't gonna front, man. I be trying not to blame Tibbs, man. And so in the heat of the moment at times, I will spray up the block. In the grand scheme of things, man, I'm like, it's one game out of 82. We lost. We moving on. Right. Big BA is in the building, 201. That looked like Jersey City right there. 201. That looked like Jersey City. That looked like Martin Luther King and Ocean Ave. That looked like Bergen. They look like Bergen. It looked like Garfield Ave right there. So Son from Brooklyn is in the building, none other. What's good? Greeny in the building. Greeny, my bad, bro. I closed the app on my phone, but the app was still open on my computer. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't want to have that weird noise when I come back in here to the computer room. And then sure enough, bro, when I closed it, it just shut everything down. Right. Ismail Rivas is in the building. Salute. Fallback Haters is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. DSJ, I owe you a telephone call, bro. I got you one of these days, man, I got to get on the phones in the morning at like 7. So I got to get on the phone at like 7, man. So, I mean, not even 7. I think it's at like 9. So I'll probably try to hit you up tomorrow evening or something like that. Reva says, same old Knicks fella, another massive fourth quarter choke job by the Knicks. Can't beat the Celtics, Cavs, or OKC. We ain't a championship team right now. Yeah. I can't dispute that. I can't dispute that, man. So yeah. We lost, man, and I hate that I don't have positive vibes. I don't have negative vibes either, though. Like I legit am not bringing negative vibes to the joint. Man, we just lost to a good team. I got to get my green screen. Going. See how I'm disappearing on the screen, man? I look like that when I do like this, I look like that picture of Jesus in the clouds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the old school picture of Jesus in the clouds looking through the like. Son said, man, son, don't do that, bro. Son, don't do that, bro. See, this gonna open up a conversation. See, this gonna open up that conversation. Like Brunson has problems playing against bigger guards and wings. And see, the thing is, we can't solve that because Jalen Brunson is not gonna grow. You feel me? Jalen Brunson's not gonna grow 4 inches. You know what I mean? That's one of the things, man. Like those conversation pieces, I'll be trying to avoid it because yeah, man. So I'm gonna put the joint up on the screen. Just want y'all to see something, man. I'll make that bigger. Let me make this bigger. I ain't go front. The starters numbers, man, based on what the starters did, when you have 5 guys all score 17 points, you should win. Right? When you have 5 guys all score 17 points, you should win. When your center, anytime your center has 4 assists, you should be on the verge of winning, right? When your center has 4 assists, that means your offense is moving the ball. Cat had 3 steals. Now, I ain't go front. One of them was a gift. One of them fell right into his lap. Like SGA legit was out of control and threw the ball away straight to Karl Anthony Towns. That one was a gift, but it counts nonetheless. It counts. Right? I think we're going to have to start having a conversation about the front office. I think we're going to have to start having a conversation about the front office. About is the front office good at home run deals and suspect on other stuff? Is this a home run front office? Is it a great front office overall? Or are they just good at the big moves? Are the little moves questionable? Like trading Obi Toppin to Indiana for 2 second-round picks. A second-round pick in 2026 and a second-round pick in 2029. Was Obi Toppin, could you have gotten more for Obi Toppin? All right. Did you have to give up? Greenie, what's
Salute, Unc. Salute to the chat. Smash that like and subscribe.
My bad for cutting you off on Playback TV, bro. I closed the app on my phone. Remember how earlier when I had my phone up here by the microphone, it made the echo noise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I closed the app on my phone so it wouldn't make that noise, and it just shut down the show.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Yeah,
I knew we were coming over here anyway, so
yeah, I ain't mean to cut y'all like in the middle of a conversation because Cowboy Bob was roasting y'all anyway, right?
Yeah, we was having a good convo. It was a good conversation.
Yeah. I think tonight. I was
proud of the Knicks until about 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Cowboy Bob in the chat, he said he's scared to get up here with you. I think that's what he said.
I am not. I don't bite. I don't say. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob said he got work. Salute Kerry Cox. Salute to everybody in the chat.
The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Yeah.
Big salute to Bob.
Yeah, man.
Today's game is a head scratcher. I feel like we did everything to lose in the last in the last 12 minutes, the fourth quarter.
I think Jalen Brunson dribbled the air out of the ball.
I mean, yeah. I feel like he was waving off Tibbs' plays to ISO, and it wasn't working. It was not working.
Yeah. 5 out only works when it's 5 out all the time.
True.
Right? 5 out only works when it's 5 out all the time, man. When you put your 5 out personnel out there and then you run pick and roll offense, it's like you can't really do it because the 5 out guys are generally not pick and roll guys. Like Josh Hart is not a 3-point shooter like that.
Nope.
Right. And yeah.
And it's crazy because even though we want to sit here and say like Josh Hart, why you not taking shots? Josh Hart had 19 points.
Yeah, he was shooting, bro.
He had 19 points. Brunson had 22.
Brunson is in love with the Coco, bro. Jalen Brunson loves shooting that basketball, bro. I ain't even front.
I think the stat of the night is Cat Towns taking 6 shots in the second half. That is like that is just ridiculous to me. Like,
and it wasn't even offense. It wasn't even
offense. It wasn't play called for him. Yeah, you're right. It was offensive rebound. One play, he got 2 shots on one possession.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's going on here? Dude's off a 30-piece. Where his 30-piece, he barely missed. He was hitting.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like they had a defensive guru on him the whole game. This dude was undersized. Dude was like 6'8", 6'9" on a good day.
Yeah.
Everything that we like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everything we was doing in the first half was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Why did we change what we were doing?
Why did we go away from Mikal Bridges?
And OG. That is like
yeah.
Like the OG thing, the Bridges was like that one is even more. He was roasting. He literally roasted. He was 10 of 19.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges was our leading scorer tonight.
And he should have scored 40.
Yes.
That man should have scored 40 points tonight, man. I mean, he didn't have to take all those shots in a row, but you could have kept him in the flow of a game. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm looking up Cat shots in the second quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he took, one shot in the first quarter.
Yeah.
One shot in the first quarter. He took 5 shots in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think at one point he had like 2 points and 8 rebounds.
The fourth quarter, Karl Anthony Towns took 2 shots. 2 shots.
Greeny, did you play basketball in high school?
Yes, it did.
Bro, do you remember what it's like? What position did you play in high school?
I played center.
You played center, right?
Yeah.
You remember what it's like to play center? My man, one of my best friends in life, Kenny Washington, was our center, right? I think we played 1 year together, and then I moved away. But he's been my best friend, or like one of my great friends for like my whole life. We was in 9th grade, no lie. In 9th grade, Kenny Washington was 6'6", but on the year, the thing that come out for the year where they list your name, your number, and your position. Mr. Marcellus had him listed as 6'8", but he was really 6'6". Yeah. So when people when the other teams you see like, dang, that man like 7 foot tall, but I guess he was 6'8" with sneakers on or whatever. And so one day he told me, he was like, Freezie, y'all got to pass me the ball, bro. I be running up and down the floor. I be grabbing all these rebounds, man, for y'all. And all y'all do is leave me and y'all never let me touch it. And then every time I try to dribble up the floor, y'all get mad at me. Right? And I was like, what do you mean? That's your job. You ain't supposed to be shooting. You're a big man. All you supposed to grab rebounds and block shots. I told Kenny Washington that, bro. He snatched me up. Now, he knew I was gonna beat him up, but he grabbed me though. Right? He was like, man, that's not right, man. Y'all taking all the shots. And so when I went home and thought about it, I talked to my cousin, right? Talked to my cousin. I'll never forget. Roger was taking me home. I was talking to him about Kenny Washington. I was like, yo, he wanna shoot too. Right? He a big man, he wanna shoot. He like, yo, think about everything your big men do during the game. And then y'all ain't even gonna let him shoot. And so I was like,
the big men run the longest out of all the positions. They have to run all the way down the basket to rebound. They have to run all the way down to the basket to rebound. The point guards are really only going 3-point line to 3-point line. Like, he's working way hard. He's great. This dude is manhandling teams by himself on the bounce.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it don't help that the refs don't give a tweet when we need one. That doesn't help. And what you're saying is true. I'm doing more digging. Brunson took 9 shots in the fourth quarter. We know it was garbage time.
Garbage time points.
The other 3 stars on our team took 8 shots, and Brunson took 9. All 3 of the other stars combined took 8 shots in the fourth quarter.
I ain't gonna front. This conversation, this Brunson talk is making me uncomfortable, bro.
It didn't make my stomach sick right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially because at the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter, whether we won or lost, I was gonna say, you know what? Regardless of how they play, I'm happy with what the Knicks do. But once I seen that last 5 minutes, that literally went out the window. Like it all went out the window. I was so mad. Like everything, I was so mad.
Greeny, I don't know if our team has high IQ basketball players on it. I think we have.
No, I think we do.
But hear me out on this.
I don't think you can't have high IQ averaging 30 assists almost. I think that. I mean, but yeah, make your point.
So my point is not that, because I think what you're saying is true, and I was gonna get to that. The point that I'm making is I don't think we understand time and score. Right? When you have a 14-point lead on the road, you don't have to zoom up and down the floor. Right? Because they have to score 15 points and you have to score 0 in order for them to get the lead.
If you trade buckets, they're fine with that because time is on your side.
Because time is on your side, right?
They get two, they get two. That's fine.
Right.
But when you going down tucking threes in 17 and 7 seconds in the shot clock, you're not helping your cause.
Right. And so the thing I was gonna say to that, right, is that team couldn't score on us in the half court, right? They could score on us in transition, right? So why do we come down and start chucking threes and then they get the long rebound and then they're gonna get easy buckets in transition? If you know that's what they're gonna do if you miss. Like if you see fire and you know that fire gonna burn your hand if you stick your hand in there. Why are you gonna try to reach in the fire to try to get something? Right? But it's money in there. Bro, if you reach your hand, you're gonna get burned. At one point we had an 11-point lead and we were trading baskets, right? And right then I was like, we need a veteran like Sean Livingston. Right. If we had like we need a veteran like Chauncey Billups. Right. We needed a veteran like you remember when Jason Kidd played for us?
Perfect. Beautiful.
And we would have like if the Knicks would go have like a 15-point lead, Jason Kidd would slow the game all the way down, clear everything out, give the ball to Melo, let Melo do his thing and everybody else and they're like, yo, why you letting Melo do you? Bro, we up by 15. We don't need to run the floor.
Yep.
Right.
Now, what you're saying, it plays right into everything because we all know the Knicks is not a high-paced team. So why are you pushing the ball fast?
Why do you need threes?
Like, you're not a fast-paced team. For years, under this coach, you have not been a fast-paced team.
Right.
Now you have the lead and you're trying to play fast? Like, what is going like? Now I see what you're talking about with high IQ. Because even if the coach is telling you to draw something up, you would say, "Hey, you're a basketball player. Like you're."
Hey, bro, we up 11 on the road, and they can't figure out what. Let me do the super. So, Virtuoso, thank you for the generous contribution. Virtuoso says, "Is it just me, or was Cat and Hart battling for position for rebounds?" I think so. I think so. And Ed Winning also says that L is on Tibbs, not the players. Once again. Failure to make adjustments and use the bench. Yep.
Yes and no.
I can see that.
Yes and no, because I'm gonna piggyback off what you said on the playback. Them threes, man. The threes for OKC, they're way above their average, and I can give you a better number. OKC 3-point percentage was better than their field goal percentage.
Right. Yep.
When did that happen?
Right. This game tonight reminded me of Game 7 against Indiana.
Oh,
you remember when Indiana had like a 19-point lead, and we cut the lead. We had Dante and Burks on the floor, and we cut the lead all the way to 8. And then instead of going with the thing that cut into the lead, we tried something different, and the lead got ballooned back up to 19. And then Jalen Brunson broke his hand. Remember that? And so it's like,
broke, I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And we've seen Tibbs do that this season. We've seen him leave Brunson out of the game at the end of the game, and Karl Anthony Towns drains a 3 and sends it home.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna
this
front
game. I don't think this game is on Tibbs. It's tough. Because I really don't think this game is on Tibbs. As much as he didn't utilize the bench, we could have won this game.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so, bro.
So, and when you look at it like that, like Tibbs' scheme was good enough to win the game. The players didn't execute down the stretch. That's where I don't blame this game on Tibbs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just wish we could win these big games, bro.
Yeah, the big games hurt for us. They hurt.
Yeah. I just wish we could win. You know what I'm saying? I just want like the signature win. Oh, there go Cash. Cash says, and calm down, Knicks brother. Yeah. I'm with Cat. I know Cat. It's one game. It's 1 out of 82, regardless of how we feel about the loss or the win. Right? It's just 1 out of 82.
This one hurt because we was up 14. That's why this one burns.
Yeah. The takeaway from this loss, the loss don't hurt me. The takeaway from the loss, though, is like a recurring pattern. You have the lead and you don't know how to keep it.
Now, is that coaching? Or is it because, like, see, this is where it gets it's crazy for me, because it's like, if Tibbs is drawing up the play for Bridges, and now they run a good defensive set to stop the play design, now Brunson's waving off the screen spot, dribble. What's like, who's at fault? You can't blame Tibbs.
Right. And so the funny thing is, they ran a play. We used to call it Honda. People up top. We used to call it. You remember how your coach used to have certain plays in the playbook, and the set be not named after cars or something. The coach would be like, caddy, Honda, Benzo, like calling the play, right? And then you already know it's like some 1-4 action. You already know it's 1-4 something. Say whatever your playbook say. And we ran it 3 times. The first time we ran it, Josh Hart cut to the rim. Jalen Brunson didn't pass it to him. I think Brunson took a 3 and missed. So what? It happens, right? Right, it happens. The next time down, Jalen Brunson saw Josh Hart and threw it to him, and Josh Hart got the finish at the rim, right? But the next time down, on using the same play, Oklahoma City hedged on it, so Brunson couldn't shoot the 3. But then they had height on Brunson where he couldn't make the pass to Josh Hart either. And you know what Brunson did? Backed out of it and dribble.
I already know.
Dribble. Yeah.
And that's El Captain. You know what I mean? Listen, hey, I'm not mad. I will live and die with that. We've seen Brunson do it. It's just this season, unfortunately, Brunson hasn't really been too efficient. He's been a very good facilitator.
Right.
His efficiency, he's very inconsistent right now.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like, he's very inconsistent. Like, that's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He got to know when it's not his time to go and when it's Cat time to shine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not last year. You're not by yourself. You got help this time.
Right.
And like, the help is that you have so much help that you don't have to have broken plays. You can draw up plays that are going to work for easy buckets.
Right.
Easy buckets.
Right. Or move the ball. Like when we well, I'll say when I played in high school, because I might be a little bit older than Greeny, right? A little bit. I ain't gonna say by much, right? Right. But when I played, our coaches said, bro, offensive players should not be within 15 to 18 feet of each other unless you screening for somebody. Right. If you're not setting the screen, you should not be 15 feet. Right. If you closer than 15 feet, you messing up the whole offense. Even if Greeny is in the post and he got his outside baseline hand up in the air, right? If I want to get that pass to Greeny, I'm still not 15 feet. I'm probably 18 to 20 feet away, because the defender is going to be in between me and Greeny, right? So Greeny got his outside hand up. I'm throwing that ball to Greeny outside hand and making him come to that pass, and then I'm going around the other way, right, to let Greeny cook. That's the way the game's supposed to be. But you know, it's one of them things now where I think sometimes we're at that point. Well, let me do this real quick. So I'm from Brooklyn. Thank you for the generous contribution. He says Jalen Brunson did not manage the game properly down the stretch. They went away from Bridges, and Cat did not get enough touches in the fourth quarter. And I think I agree. And Ed Winning, ED says, I say it's Tibbs' fault because our starters were gassed and need to reel it in for a few minutes. Oh, I didn't even think about that, bro. Greeny, we might have lost because we was tired.
Cat played the whole fourth quarter.
Chat, is that how y'all feel? Cash, is that how you feel?
Yeah,
I don't.
I can give you a minute. I can give you a minute because I'm in work. I'm in work. Yeah, all 5 starters played over 40 minutes. I don't know if you looked at the game stats. So could they were gassed? From because I only basically saw the last 5 minutes of the game. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm like I said, it's a litmus test, man. You just you live and learn, man. You see where you make the mistakes, and you make the adjustments. I mean, this is like the cream of the crop, man. We shouldn't feel bad because we lost to OKC. I mean, if we got got blown out by Portland, I'd be concerned. But to lose the way we lost to OKC, I can live with that. And then we play them again next week at the Garden. So you live and learn, man.
Gonna be a good team next week, bro.
Just life, yeah. You live and learn. And I hope Tibbs make the adjustments. Like you guys have been saying, man. I've been listening for the last few minutes. If they're gonna come at Brunson like that, then hey, you adjust.
Yeah.
Maybe have Bridges bring the ball up or whatever. We find out who the weak link is. Maybe instead of using Cat as a screen and put him down in the post or something, man. I mean, Cat didn't even attempt any threes. I mean, I shouldn't say attempt any threes. He didn't make any threes.
He didn't attempt a three.
He didn't even attempt it. Okay, that's what I said. I didn't even see. I saw from the box score that he didn't make any threes. So you live and learn, man. You live and learn. I like I said, I take the loss. I mean, it's all right. Yeah, we lost, but so now you got to gather up, and we got a game tomorrow. That's why I said it's back to back, man. You got to just put it behind you and keep it moving.
You know how I said it's 1 out of 82.
Yeah, that's what we said before, man. When we was chopping it up, it's like it's one game, and you learn from it, man.
This one still hurt, bro.
This one hurt.
From it.
14. This one hurt.
Come on, man. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. We all get boo-boos in life, especially when you were a kid, man. You get a little boo-boo, you put a Band-Aid on it. What do? You keep it moving. On to the next. On to the next one. To the next one.
So I'm older than Cash, right? I'm probably about 10 or 15 years older than Cash, right? But when we used to get boo-boos,
man, you 10 to 15 years older than me. You a senior citizen then, because I'm not. Let's just say I ain't too far off.
They black don't crack, bro.
You must be retired. Yeah, black don't crack. I agree with you. I mean, I'm almost there, but if you 10 years older than me, then 50, you collecting Social Security, huh?
It's 15 years.
No, you ain't that much.
You was born in the 70s, right?
No, I'm born in the 60s, man.
Okay, all right. So it may not be that much. Right, I'm gonna just say that. So it may not. I ain't gonna give away. I don't want to give away your age, and this ain't.
All right, I'll just say this. I ain't gonna give it away neither. But I'm a stone throw away from Social Security. So
a stone throw, right? Yeah. That's if everything go right. That's if Social Security.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother subject, man.
That's a whole other topic, right?
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that.
Right.
But that's just my take, man. And hey, we all right, man.
Yeah,
we good. We good. All right, man. I gotta bounce because, like I said, I'm.
He cashed at one of his 15 jobs.
Peace, y'all.
All right, peace. Salute. Yeah, man. So I do feel like,
gassed. They were gassed.
No, I mean my overall feeling.
Okay.
My overall feeling is that it's like my feeling, and I know it's 1 out of 82, right? It's 1 out of 82, right? That's my overall feeling about the season, right? But man,
what DSJ makes a big point in the comments. OKC is coming off a back-to-back. Are they gassed? Did they look gassed?
They play more people than us, though. They play more people. Like, they ain't got dudes out there that's going to be playing 40 minutes, bro.
Shea played 37, so I see what you're saying.
But look at OKC bench.
See, I know. I see what you're saying. They're running 10, so even if you're playing the back-to-back.
Yeah, like every NBA minute is not built the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
every game is different. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You feel me? Like our minutes are super high leverage, super high energy minutes where they got to play 100% every minute they on the floor, whereas SGA can defer to J-Dub and others. Man, they had a dude, Wiggins, tonight that just went off against us. Right? We don't have that guy.
Yeah.
SGA went off tonight. SGA had 33 on like 26 shots. That's not efficient.
That's not. He probably got rest last night. They beat the Clippers. They beat them badly. It was like 160. So he probably rested last night, you know.
Yeah. I ain't gonna front though.
I didn't even put the gas in my head. Like I really didn't, because I didn't see gas players. I really didn't see any. I didn't think anybody looked gas.
Yeah.
Like I think tonight was, if all right, okay, if you want to say, oh, we win and we lost as a team, there's one loss. It's gonna be 3 points and field goals. 3 points and free throws. That is the game in a nutshell.
Yeah, and then plus we lost by 10, but that wasn't really a 10-point game.
No, it was like 6, 5.
Yeah, that was probably like in my mind, it was like a 4-point. When they took control, it was like a 4-point game. And
4-3 changed this whole game. 4-3.
Yeah, changed the whole game. Yeah, I think the lead only stretched out to 10 when we were desperate to get shots up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Greeny, you know how you play your crosstown rival and they beat you by 9, but it was really nip and tuck the whole way. And then you had to foul and they started hitting their free throws, and then you started jacking threes and missing. And then in the paper the next day, the dude, the columnist who wasn't even at the game is like, Greeny High School got blew out last night by Uncle Freezie High School by 9 points. And you're like, bro, it was a one possession game. Yeah. That's what it felt like. That's what this game felt like. Like the only reason why the league got to 10 is because we had to start jacking threes to catch up. Right. And they came down and was hitting free throws and getting wide open threes and all that stuff, bro.
If the chat was tuned in on playback, they could have heard your points and my points. And after we made those 2 points and it happened, the game was over. You literally called it. You said the Knicks are gonna come out the timeout and hunt a 3.
Yeah.
They missed the 3. Isaiah Joe gets the ball. Isaiah Joe's about to hit this. Step back 3. Cash.
And they take the lead and all the momentum.
Yep.
When all you had to do was come down, cycle the ball around, take time off the clock, right?
Get it back.
Because their interior defense was
get it to Cash.
But we didn't take advantage of it. We didn't take advantage of their interior defense.
Nope. This should have been backdoor cuts for OG going backdoor. It should have been all types of stuff.
Yeah.
It should have been all types of stuff. You should have had Josh Hart setting screen for Brunson the whole game. So you have Hartenstein trying to guard Brunson, which he can't do.
No, he can't do that. No, he can't do that.
Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like the players have to know that. Like, Tibbs shouldn't have to call a timeout for y'all to know that, man. Like, come on, you're the captain, El Capitan. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think
4 threes, man. 4 threes.
I think Tibbs gives the offense the green light to do whatever they want to do, and he just focus on defense.
True. They could have hit 3 free throws and 4 threes.
Yeah.
Like, this one hurts.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that fourth quarter, man. I think the turning point of that fourth quarter is when Jalen Williams came down and dunked it, man. Tibbs called that time,
right. I would have fouled him.
Yeah,
remember I told you I would have fouled him right
there. That it was that possession and the other possession before that. I think it was right before that when he shot the air ball. He didn't get the rebound, kick it out 3. I'm like, oh yeah, like this is the worst.
Yeah.
And then it's like what you're saying, like why are you not doing when you were up 14 points? Why are you not going back to what you were doing then?
Yeah. Yeah.
That 14 points is so ironic. The 14-point lead we had is when Brunson took the least amount of shots in the quarter.
See, if you go there, man, I don't want to go there. No disrespect. If you go there, I don't want to go there with you. You know what I mean? Like I understand what you're saying. That my basketball mind is saying Greeny is right. Right? It's like that R. Kelly song. Like my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. Is that like I know what you're saying makes sense, man. But from an emotional standpoint, man, I don't want to think that my dog. I don't want to think that my dog had a bad game, bro. You feel me?
Brunson took 2 shots in the second quarter, and that is when the Knicks separated from the Thunder.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go check and see how many shots Cat took in the second quarter. This is going to be the underlier right here. Oh, wow. Cat took 6 shots in the second quarter. All in the paint. Like, literally all in the paint. He made every single one. So that was the 14-point swing right there.
Right, that's it right there. Yeah. One of the things that bothered me too, Greeny, like, I respect that point. You know what I didn't like, though? When Oklahoma City, when Cat went to the rim and got mugged, and they hit Cat in the back of the head. And Cat was like looking at Tibbs like, challenge it. Why the hell you ain't challenging it? He talking to Tibbs like, yo, Chad, they hit me all in my head. I'm holding my head, bro. I'm over here punch drunk and you ain't going to challenge? Tibbs walked away from him. Like turned around and walked towards it. And I was like, yo, come on, Tibbs, what you doing? And then the OG Anunoby dunk. Remember the OG Anunoby dunk?
Yep.
Where OG Anunoby and Tibbs don't. And that's why I've been like, did Tibbs challenge this game at all?
No.
Chat, did Tibbs challenge anything in this game at all?
What happened? Why was the OG review? Was it for flagrant? Because if that wasn't flagrant, then he definitely didn't challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the only way he would have challenged the play. It would have been that play.
Right. I don't know what Tom Thibodeau saves those challenges for, bro.
I think he doesn't want to waste the timeout.
But he wound up wasting. Remember, he wound up wasting the timeouts when they went on the run.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I agree with you. I'm just saying.
This is crazy because I'm going back and looking in the second quarter, and all I see is Jalen Brunson assists. Jalen Brunson assists. Jalen Brunson assists. That's all I see.
Yeah.
That's literally all I see.
Right.
So when we went on our run, it was Jalen Brunson being a facilitator.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only points Jalen Brunson scored on the fourth, and when we got that 14-point lead, was 2 free throws. Yeah, 2 free throws.
Yeah.
Because the shot he made before that, we were losing. So we weren't even pulling away yet.
Yeah. Just Knicks asked you, Greeny. He asked, what does it take for us to close games properly?
Execution. You have to execute, bro. Like that is just that simple.
Right.
The Thunder executed down the stretch. That's what they did. They got the ball to the open guy, and he shot it.
Yeah.
The Knicks been doing that all season. It ain't nothing new. We average 30 assists a game.
Yeah.
Get it to the open guy and take the shot.
Yeah.
We got to play through our stars.
Yeah.
If one star doesn't have it going, you go to the other star. Like that shouldn't even be like. Why do we have to say this? Like, why do we have to? Oh man.
Yeah. I honestly think it's in order for us to finish games like we want to. I think we legit have to do two things. I think we need a big guard on our team to step up and be a secondary ball handler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I also think that just next to your question, I think how we improve as a finishing team is get more production from our bench. Right. We need the bench to play more minutes. Right. We need for them to play more minutes, but not only when they get on the floor and play more minutes, we need them to be productive in those minutes. They don't have to score a whole bunch of points, but what they need to do is at least play net neutral with the other team, right? Fritz Alcindor, Corey Lee in the building. Salute, y'all.
Big salute.
My guys.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Fritz? What's up? You already know my favorite nephew. What's good? And the man. Right here, Freezie.
Yeah, man.
I just want to say one thing real quick. When he said execution, it still goes back to the captain. As much as it might be Tibbs' fault at the end or forcing his hand, I think he gives latitude to this young man to delegate the authority. But now, with that said, I think he pressed too hard today. I think it just wasn't his day, and what's going to be his day. I think we needed Bridges. We needed OG. We needed those guys, and we went away from them. And then that goes back to execution. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing your other players and trusting them to finish off games. I think that would have spoke even louder for us as the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm. What's your take on tonight's game, Fritz? I like that point. I do like that point a lot too.
No, I really thought we were in it to the last few minutes. So I mean, it's a game like you really thought we were gonna pull this out. Yeah. Brunson had his hands full, and it was nice when Josh Hart took that role, but those last few minutes, Josh Hart, it's a lot. Everybody played 40 plus minutes. I think they were just tired. And the other team was fresh. They have a much deeper team.
I wouldn't say they were fresh because they were just straight up for back to back last night. So, and that's what threw me off.
Yeah. No, I mean, but they're used to playing a lot more guys. They just, I think we were tired. And I don't even put it down to minutes. It was an intense game. Like there was a lot. It was very physical. Like Brunson was getting bumped all game. Like they were not letting him go untouched. So yeah, it just just down the stretch it just broke down.
I had made a point earlier when I was with these gentlemen, and my point is that even though it was tough, you have to, if you're pros, you're trying to will yourself to win, you have to play through it. You gotta play through it, and you gotta play stronger sometimes.
He was touched all game. He was touched all game.
All right.
I'm not gonna put it on like you gotta play harder. Nah, every time, well beyond the 3-point line, they made sure they felt he felt them. Like he was not getting room. He was not getting room tonight. He was not gonna be comfortable at all. At all. They weren't calling at this point. Brunson should get a superstar whistle. Like if he had a superstar whistle, he would have had 20 shots at the line. Like if they really called it the way they're supposed to call it.
So how do you make yourself a star when you go harder? No. Listen. Can I say something? No. How do you make yourself a star if you don't force it when it matters? That's when you get hurt. My point. No. But I'm gonna end my point real quick. It matters in the NBA Finals most of all. It matters in the East Conference Final most of all. But to set an example of you trying to be an MVP type player, like your goal is to be this guy, you have to play through it, man. You have to force the issue. I'm talking about Cat. I'm talking about Josh Hart. You all have to make these certain type of plays. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave it in Jalen Brunson's hands.
I mean, if the refs don't respect you, they don't respect you. Like they're gonna let you get hacked and ain't gonna call nothing. So like, when you go against Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid is in the post, and it don't matter what Joel Embiid. If you put a hand on Joel Embiid, you know it's gonna be a foul. Like we're at the point where with Jalen Brunson, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he's going down the lane. You can bump Jalen Brunson, and you're not gonna get called for it.
Yeah,
unless he hits the floor. And it shouldn't be like that. For a star player, it should not be like that. Yeah, it just shouldn't. And you can't say will it. If you're gonna make it 10 times harder for this player to play, Jalen Brunson isn't gonna. He's not gonna spend that much energy on offense, and then expect him to play defense.
Oh,
you don't play defense. Period.
The calculator guys are coming in strong. Hey, go ahead, Fritz. Fritz cooking.
No, I'm just saying, like it's about time. And you know what? This is when you know, Tibbs, you got that big paycheck. Spend some money on fine. This is when you need to crash out and get your players some respect. Like, spend some of that money. You gotta stand up for you guys, because this is gonna keep going on until the league take notice. Like you make the league take notice.
Dort should have fouled out in the second quarter. If we keeping it a buck, he had the nerve to complain about foul calls as the game was going on, like he wasn't just straight up hand checking and fouling the entire time. But,
yeah, there was one possession. I remember Uncle was saying like, "What's going on here?"
But besides that, like some of the frustrating parts, we started the fourth quarter without McCall or Brunson. And I noticed that nobody mentioned that, which is how you supposed to like. We started that quarter with Campaign, who wasn't doing anything that game, and what's his name, Shamit, that wasn't doing anything. And we started out that quarter, and then that's when they immediately made that run because we were just stagnating on offense. And at that point, we weren't even running the offense through. We weren't even running the offense through Cat at that point. Cat was just standing out there.
The calculator guys wanted this moment, bro.
Cat
Well,
was
who are
out
you
there
going to replace?
burning his engine. He was just burning his engine.
The calculator guys. The calculator guys got OKC a two-way player at the 38th pick that they actually play. Do you think that same 38th overall pick would play for Tom Thibodeau in that scenario?
We're not Oklahoma City.
We're not, but you can get on the calculator guys. The calculator guys provided Tom Thibodeau with a couple rookies that could play. And
Bakum Daddy didn't get off that bench once.
That's what I wish he got out there.
Our whole starting lineup played 40 minutes on the front end of a back-to-back against, and tomorrow we play a team that plays the highest pace in the league. So what do you think is going to happen?
Yo, let me ask you a question. So you would have rather got blown out and lost.
There's other ways to be careful minutes without getting blown out.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure you can.
I mean, come on, bro. You come in and
your mic low.
We let you have the floor. My point is, bro, you would have rather just bringing these cats in here, just the bench guys. You know what I'm saying? Gave them a breather, 5-10 minutes, and so we've been fighting back from like 20 points, 15 points, try to win this game. That's what Tibbs was thinking.
Corey, do you think we on OKC level?
I do.
So, yo, are you serious?
No.
Yo, bro, we shouldn't. That shouldn't even be a question. That's my point.
Is it a question? Is it?
I'm just waiting for him to answer.
Because no. But this was a test tonight, and unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. We got a D.
I think we executed to a T the first three quarters, then our players got gassed. If you ask me, we were up 8-3. We came in the fourth quarter and couldn't execute a damn thing.
Nope, not at all.
And then when you look at the time, everybody's 40 plus.
Hold on a second, and then late through the quarters, you know what I'm saying, we went to the person who was supposed to. Hold on a second, late through the quarters, we went to the person who was supposed to help us execute the best. And what happened?
I can tell you on the other end, every quarter of this game, we failed. They scored at the end of the first quarter. They scored at the end of the second quarter. They cut into the league at the end of the third. And then they took over the game at the end of the fourth. And this is kind of what happens when you play guys 12-minute stretches, 8 to 12-minute stretches to close out quarters every single time.
If we played Matt Ryan, we'd have won, right?
I'm not saying we would have won. I'm pretty sure we would have had fresher legs coming down the stretch, though.
Matt Ryan was the number one pick in the G League draft, bro.
Hey.
Now he's a two-way player.
Yeah, he was supposed to save our season. Him and Landry Shaman.
Go make a play.
I'm not getting it though, Freezie. How are you supposed to acquire this talent that you speak of that you want to acquire? You draft them. You could draft it, right? Is Tom Thibodeau going to play it? these hypotheticals that you speak of,
So
Thibodeau has never shown me that he's
That's a lie,
never.
Ray. You just told a lie on me. That's not. I didn't tell a hypothetical. What I said was a fact.
We could have drafted these guys.
And Matt Ryan were drafted in the G League draft, right? Those are facts, right?
I'm talking about the NBA draft.
No. You mentioned what I said, and I'm telling you that I didn't say that. I mentioned facts. These were facts.
I'm not talking about right this second. I'm talking about the past. I'm talking about the kind of guys you wanted to draft.
No, I'm talking about what you said that I said. I didn't say that. Those dudes were drafted in the G League draft. Those are facts. I mean, I'm just saying you have a separate point, right? I'm just saying you have a separate point, and I respect that, right? But them being drafted in the G League draft is not a hypothetical. Those are facts, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And so the calculator guys, now this is hypothetical, and this is opinion and perspective. The calculator guys told me that those two moves are going to pay off during the season. And
it's paying off now. Didn't we play like Shaman like 12 minutes today?
Shaman played. Hold on, I got it right here. Hold on.
If he didn't play, McCall would have played 48 straight.
Shaman played 14 minutes. Kane played 8 minutes, and Precious played 8 minutes. That was all the bench production right there.
This is disturbing, bro.
Landry Shaman played 14 minutes. Cameron Payne played 8. Precious Tour played 8.
We were just talking about dude played minutes. They had zero impact, and we talked about the minutes that they played.
But that was a rotation player today.
I don't know who else you're gonna put out there. You can say what you're supposed to do with the money, but when you're paying Josh Hart $18 million, you're paying Brunson 30 something, you're paying McCall a high 23, you're paying Cat 49, you're paying OG 36. Where are you supposed to get the money for these nice vaunted bench players?
Yeah, Dadier. I don't even think Dadier took the trip. He's not even on the.
Nah, he's in the G League. Playing in the G League. The place you get the production is from your drafted players or your guys that are on lower salary. We had one guy on lower salary, Deuce, that didn't play at all because he's hurt. And then we have vet minimums out there.
Right.
So unless you want to unless you're saying get the right vet.
Based on what you're saying, Landry Shaman and Matt Ryan should have produced because you said dudes on low salary, right?
Yeah, they need to give us something. I agree. They need to give us something. A 3.
He gave us.
Landry
Shaman gave us some defense today. Landry Shaman gave us some defense today.
When?
Landry Shaman gave us some defense today.
When?
I know for certain.
I need for you to jog my memory, bro. I need for you to jog my memory.
I know for certain he had a steal in transition.
Hold on, I'm gonna help Chris on this one. Landry Shaman was the only person that was plus, so he definitely did play defense.
Landry Shaman played defense today.
But when?
He got a steal. You don't remember the steal in transition where they tried to
more than
right
just the steal. He played pretty good defense. Freezie. Don't play.
Yeah,
don't play.
Hey, Dre, you remember the play where SGA was out of control and he threw the ball and towards the backcourt, but Cat was right there. Remember that steal?
I'm talking about the steal where they ran right at him and he stripped the ball. You don't remember when he stripped the guy right in transition?
I remember that. I'm saying I'm talking about something different. I didn't know the Landry Shaman steal. I'm talking about the Cat steal. And so basically what I'm saying is my man got a steal. What you do? Is that the reason why we didn't draft Ryan Dunn? For a G League drafted number 2 guy to come in and get a steal on the road?
They didn't think he was that important. They rather got 3 seconds than Ryan Dunn.
Freezie talking about Ryan Dunn, that man shooting less than 30% from 3 right now.
But he's a defender.
And you think he would have defended all the way to not making an impact just like Landry Shaman did.
Yep. At 21 years old.
That's fine, Freezie. He wouldn't have played.
No, that's great.
He wouldn't have played. He wouldn't have played.
And because if Ryan Dunn was in our rotation at 21, my opinion of what you would say is that would be great.
But you're making this assertion he would be in the rotation, and I'm telling you,
I don't think he would have been in rotation.
That's not what I'm not making that assertion. What I'm saying is my thought of, well, I guess it is an assertion. My thought is not about Ryan Dunn. It's more about what I think you would be saying about Ryan Dunn if he was here doing the same thing he's doing in Phoenix.
I would be Freezie. I would be annoyed that Ryan Dunn isn't playing because I know for certain he wouldn't play. I would be over here complaining just like how Pacom Daddy is not playing.
Yeah, I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad Daddy ain't playing.
I'm watching a 30 round. Like this dude's not even on an NBA contract, and the dude is playing rotational minutes for the best defense in the league, second best overall record. And you telling me like Tom Thibodeau is going to play another guy? Like it's just a matter of philosophy at this point. And this coach has shown that he's never been trusting of rookies, even if he fits a certain archetype or style of player that he likes. Because we all know he loved
Matt Ryan my season.
Freezie, we all know Tom Thibodeau loves him Deuce. Deuce wouldn't even be a Knick if Tom Thibodeau didn't go off with it. And he still didn't play him, his archetype that he loves the most. Short, stocky guards that play defense. And he didn't play him but like twice in his rookie. And you making this assertion that he would play Ryan Dunn when Ryan Dunn can't shoot.
On X, I'm not gonna call out Greeny. I ain't gonna call out somebody on this panel, right? But when the G League draft happened, the night before the G League draft, somebody was celebrating on X, saying about we got the first 2 picks in the G League draft. And I was like, I ain't gonna call no names, bro.
That would be me. That would be me. That would be me.
Is that the calculated guys? What is that? A holiday? The G League draft? Like everybody had Friday off for the G League draft or something?
They were able to corner the players they wanted. They were able to corner the player they wanted.
They wanted those guys because they wouldn't be easily poached because they would be vet minimum players that could come in and play rotational minutes, which they have before on other teams that have made the playoffs. Specifically, Landry Shamet. Yeah, if Landry Shamet can play rotational minutes on a 65-win team, he could play some minutes for a Tom Thibodeau team. That's just facts. If he could play rotational minutes on the Phoenix Suns team that won 65 games, he can play for the Knicks.
He's coming in with trust. Like he ain't gotta earn it.
He came in playing minutes off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Preseason, he was a natural rotation behind McCall in the preseason. Now we talking Ryan Dunn. Tibbs would have played Landry Shamet over Ryan Dunn. I know that for a fact. We done seen him coach for 5 straight years, right? You know Tibbs. That man didn't want to play Grimes, and Grimes is archetype 6'5", 2-guard, stout, plays defense, can shoot. And he didn't play him until half the roster was out with COVID. And we talking about Ryan Dunn gonna play off the rip when he can't shoot.
And we talking about Landry Shamet and Matt Ryan.
Neither of them would have made an impact first. It's my point.
Sacrifice. This is your sacrifice. Sacrifice quality future NBA players on cheap contracts for random dudes you can get out of a jump in.
So you describe Pacom Dadier and he's not playing.
Right.
But this is
because
but
Ryan
the front
Dunn is
office,
playing. Okay. My fault.
The front office had to adjust to Tibbs. Didn't the front office also give us what they went out and got Cam? They went out and got Cam, and then Tibbs like revolted. They learned their lesson. They're not going to get people that Tibbs ain't going to play.
That's where the front office messed up. They're not supposed to be catering to Tibbs. Tibbs is supposed to be working with the roster they put together. And if he can't get the job done, then you move to the next coach.
I'm watching.
That was a conversation. That was a conversation 2 years ago.
Tom Thibodeau is a human being So naturally, he has biases and preconceived notions and how he wants to run a team and orchestrate his plan and his vision for an NBA basketball team. And a lot of the time, that doesn't align with young players. It just doesn't. Historically, it's never has.
A lot of the teams that
Except in the rookie
rebuild,
year.
they fire their coach after the rebuild is complete.
Who was like the one young guy that played off the rip for Tibbs? Quickly, that was about it.
Quickly,
Did Grimes play off the
RJ.
rip? No. RJ was already another year in, and he had no
was a
choice but
year
to
in.
play.
Yep.
And
He
he was
had
a
no
high lotto
choice
pick.
but to play RJ.
High lottery pick. Yeah.
RJ
There was no. It wasn't even that. There was no competition here. Damian Dotson was not outbeating RJ for a starting position.
Yeah. But if we talking about young guys we've been drafted, not now one of them have played as a rookie. Not one. Besides Quickly. Not one. And if they did, it was very sparingly. And Quickly had a defined role to be a spark plug off the bench because we had no offensive talent off of the bench. That's why he came in just with the green light to shoot. But anyone else? Grimes ain't playing until like game 27. Damn near on Christmas or after Christmas when the whole team was out.
Yeah.
I think the only player we've seen
Deuce didn't play until like January when our starting point guard was out and our backup point guard was out. We played like the Houston Rockets. He had 15 and 10, and we won. And then you didn't see him again for like another 2 months. And he's a prototypical Tibbs type player. It's the trust factor. It's the trust factor. Like you can view Ryan Dunn as Jimmy Butler, baby Jimmy Butler. Did Tibbs play baby Jimmy Butler? He surely did not.
Nope.
And as a human being, he has biases too and preconceived notions. He's already said McCall has a body of work, so I trust him. It's not like he's a rookie, and he explicitly said it's not like he's a rookie, and he said that for a reason because he has a natural distrust for rookies, especially late first rounders and second rounders. You got to prove it to him day in and day out in gym, and then on the court, and you can't make no mistakes till you get into that inner trust. So while I do like Ryan Dunn, and I believe he would, if Ryan Dunn was drafted by OKC, he would play opening night.
Facts.
Spot minutes, 8 minutes, 4 in each half. But with this coach, he not doing that. Come on, you know who we talking about, Freezie. Come on, you know he's not doing that.
Calculated guys unite.
Ryan Dunn would make one mistake off a read defensively, and he would sit him down for 3 straight weeks. And you know this. Who we talking about? Thomas Thibodeau?
I think Dunn is a better defender than Jewel.
We drafted Obi in the lottery, and Tibbs was scared to death to play that.
Because Obi's a flawed player.
Freezie. Fraud and flawed players pop up in the back half of first rounds. And Ryan Dunn is still a flawed basketball player right now.
Between Obi Toppin right now and the day he was drafted.
Say that again?
The difference between Obi Toppin right now and the day he was drafted.
He's probably a better shooter now. That's about it.
Much better shooter.
I would say he's a more confident shooter. I don't see the skill being there.
Well, you shot 40% last year.
Though, so you have the right to your own perspective.
Well, he shot 40% last year. So
yeah.
Tangibly, he was better last year. I don't know what
his stroke looked good. He just looked shaky as a shooter in New York. Like if I miss this 3, Tibbs gonna snatch me out the game. I saw Obi Toppin. No, I saw Obi Toppin legit in person play basketball like at least 35 times. At a minimum.
Hey, Freezie, right. the same thing you described about Grimes. Same thing with Grimes. If I make a mistake and I know I'm gonna get snatched, then you start playing shit. We don't know what the mentality Ryan Dunn has. I hope it's not like that, but not like we already said, Freezie. I remember you were talking about how Brad Stevens coached up young players.
Yeah.
A lot of this generation can't handle that type of coaching, being yanked in and out, not knowing if you're ever gonna really play, especially when these guys have high hopes of coming to the league and being an impact player immediately. Ryan Dunn went to a situation where he could play immediately, and even then they're not winning games. So like, it's one of those things. Like we know what we have. We know who this coach is. It's like I'm not gonna harp on it. I would have loved for you. I'm not about to besmirch Ryan Dunn. I would have loved to have him on this team just to have the option. Like if say God forbid OG or McCall went down, you could throw this kid in and play 20 minutes, and you know you're gonna get good defense the entire time. But you have to view it from those parameters of an injury has to happen with this coach. You can't view it from the parameters of it is what it is. We're gonna play that boy right now. OKC got enough guards to not even look at a two-way player, and they still playing that two-way player, and they gonna run out all his two-way days and then giving him an NBA contract. We would never do nothing like that ever. Have we ever played a guy on a two-way more than like 2 games? That was a young player. We did that to Huck Porty, and then we gave him a contract, and then we still don't play. Like we gotta view how this organization handles young players. Not every coach cares about that stuff. So I would have loved to have Ryan Dunn on this team. He fits the prototypical 6'7" wing, hyper athletic, has a frame that can fill out, has a shooting stroke that looks like it can maintain, even though it hasn't kept up so far this season. He just looks like an NBA player.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe Tom Thibodeau buys into a guy that just looks the part. You got to show him repeatedly until you make it into the rotation. And even with that, even when you make it in the rotation, if you start stuttering and like having hiccups, you get yanked and traded like Grimes. So if like you gotta view it like that. Like, yes, the calculator guy is one of these two-way guys. I don't think the calculator guys are against drafting players that can play now. I think the calculator guys are against drafting certain type of players that they know Tom Thibodeau won't play. So you might as well. Tom Thibodeau is like, I'm not going to play him, so you might as well draft a project then. Herein lies Pacom Dadier, project wing that will turn into something pretty nice 2-3 years from now. Because I feel like the front office knows he's not going to play whoever we get. So you might as well go high upside there. You voted RJ Barrett Freezie?
No. No, I hadn't picked yet.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm putting my voting right now. I'm gonna pick my guys right now.
Who you got?
So this is front court guys, right?
Yes.
Gotta look for Cat. Where Cat at? Right there.
Hmm? I want to know how Banchero got more votes than Brunson.
Because he's his name is more.
His name is at the top because he got injured while averaging 29 points per game.
Like, come on, bro.
It sorts it by who averages the most points per game, which is a stupid thing to do. Well, I won't say it won't be the sole reason it's high, but it probably helps his percentage. Like, it probably gave like a 2% bump.
They have everybody here to be voted for?
No. You have to sort
the list. Why is Al Horford down there?
Points per game.
He's averaging
all the way at the bottom.
Game.
He's all the way at the bottom.
Do they have everybody on here? Like,
yeah, everybody's listed on the ballot. Like, Freezie Precious is short right now.
Yeah, it's how you sort it. At the top, you have to sort it. However you sort it, that's how it comes out.
I just never seen it in like the browser version. That's what I was saying.
Today is three times the vote.
Yeah, I did mine earlier.
Just
man,
he gonna be in a dunk contest again.
Yo, Ulrich Shamshi is up here.
Might as well vote for him.
when you're talking about getting second round picks, we could have drafted this guy, and he would have been ready by the time by the time we even select. Yo, Mitch is up here. Okay.
Mitch got no stats on the season. That is crazy. Like, it has to be an eligibility, man. Come on. Like,
I mean, you could vote. This is why they split it up. It's the fan vote. They're 25% media, 25% other players. So you can't just make the All-Star team just all fan vote because the fans love them. Like the players and the coaches got to have input. That's why they can put everyone there, but not everyone there is going to actually make it. Remember, Jeremy Lin was at the top of the voting.
Fact.
And he didn't make it because the other parameters of it. Coaches and the players were not putting him in
there. Yeah, you might as well go hit that Dottier right there.
Lil Freezie. He on a milk carton. He's not gonna play till 2026.
I'm gonna give Matt Ryan. Oh, I can't vote for Matt Ryan.
Yeah, so I say hit that dot. You can hit Dottier. Oh yeah,
too many forwards. You picked up too many forwards.
Oh yeah. If you only got one more pick though out of the East.
Oh, I only got one more pick in the East, right? Okay.
Yeah, you 4 out of 5. I see it right there, bottom right.
You need one more guard. You could only pick a guard at this point.
Yeah, you can't pick a big. Yeah.
You already picked 3 forwards / bigs. Who is this? Who do you have?
They have Mikal as a forward.
Have him as a forward?
Yeah, Mikal's a forward. Yeah.
So they must have Josh as a 2/3.
Josh is a guard.
Yeah, Josh is a guard in this.
Well, the way they list it, you could like Jaylen Brown last year was a 2 and a 3, so he could make All NBA as a guard or a forward. So it depends on how your minutes are rationed out or how you're listed per game. Like if you play 30% of your minutes at another position, they list you as both.
I like all those picks right there.
Who we got?
The Knicks starting 5? Yeah.
Yeah. Doing that pick every day. Them 5 right there.
Should I take Wemby?
Yeah, Wemby's dog. He's a monster. Man,
Wemby, Jokic. Who that, Wiz? What a Wiz?
What up, peace? What's up?
We missed Deuce tonight, man.
That was one of the most amazing game I've ever seen.
That man Mike is super low, bro.
Until the last 5 minutes.
You sound far away, Wiz.
Oh, okay. How about this? Better?
No.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, just not loudly.
Jalen Green. I would have voted for Jalen Green. He's been hooping.
We're loud.
Go back up, Freezie. Go back all the way up.
I would have went to Jalen Green. He was going crazy.
The selection real quick, and then I'll go back up.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is. Oh, it's not listing conference. It's just listing everything.
Oh, so you gotta get SGA. You can't. You gotta.
You gotta respect it.
That's what I'm looking for. SGA, man. So I can.
He's at the top. If it's sorted by points per game.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Koulibaly.
Bilal Koulibaly. Oh, I can't vote for him.
You should just put it on Western Conference at the top.
Yeah, I just want to scroll through all the names, man. Just to.
Amen Thompson. He's a stud.
Yeah, I just want to see the names. That's all. Ain't nothing. I'm just voting at my league.
Castle.
DSJ.
Yo, I could vote.
Quentin Grimes.
Hammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Who you gonna vote for, Grimes or Dante? Which one?
Nah, I'm just scrolling. I ain't looking for Y'all know that. That's my heartstring, bro.
I wish we could trade for him.
That guy is a little shaky. His defense is not, for his size, his defense would be a lot better.
I can actually agree with that. for his like he's all
That's who I
6'9",
want right
lanky.
there. Wendell Carter Jr. That's who I want.
How much he make? Like 15, I think. Something like
It
that.
works.
Yeah, but they
Wendell
ain't gonna
Carter
trade us.
Jr. works.
They ain't gonna trade us him.
They ain't gonna
Nope.
trade him.
Nope.
If they trade him,
Too
they
many
trade him
injuries.
to the West. They're not trading him
Yeah.
here.
Okay, can you hear me? How's this guy?
Loud and
That's
clear,
who I
man.
wanted. I wanted James Wiseman too. Okay.
Rest in peace to his
Oh,
Achilles.
okay. By the way, guys, when you guys argue playing time,
Yeah, I did.
Your custom is hard to accurate, but only in pieces. It's like the fourth quarter. It's the consecutive minutes. But I don't care if Spain, anybody. Pressures. I don't care who plays. 8 minutes, 40 minutes, but in the middle of every quarter, that's all I want. And that would be 8 minutes. And that would give them enough breather for these guys to get 5 or 6 minutes of full blast of energy filled minutes. The issue is
I
that
agree.
they're exhausted because you 80 minutes straight, and then he runs in charm, let's say, baby, carry for like 6 minutes and straight. You don't need to worry about falling behind by 20 points if you just throw in pressure for 2 minutes at the middle of every quarter. It still plays 40 minutes, the starters.
He
But
does
if
that
you
for
say,
Cat. He takes Cat out and then brings him
fine, he
back.
doesn't
But
forget.
everyone else, no. Everyone else, he plays them full quarters.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's a consecutive minutes that he does that really hurts him the most. I mean, I still don't like 40 plus minutes on average for for a game
My
30,
guy.
45.
Game
But
one of a back to back. So yeah.
And we're playing the
exactly
highest paced team tomorrow
on the road.
on Derrick Rose night, by the way.
Oh man.
Exactly. So
Zach Levine might give us 45. I'm not gonna lie to you.
maybe exactly. I was thinking about Zach, but also my concern when you mentioned rookies and stuff, whether it's a rookie or a new guy, whether
Here we go with the gloom and doom. Kawhi
the
Leonard
issue
with
is
0 points.
the
Kawhi
He
issue
would
Leonard
be
will
is
be with
disgusted.
Kawhi
If
Leonard is
we had
playing tomorrow.
him, yeah, I heard that.
no.
Of course he comes
Hakeem
back when we got
Pacom
to play.
Dadier averaging more points than Jericho Sims. That's crazy.
So the issue with that though is none of our players are going to be ready. If you're not a starter, no one's ready to come in at a critical time or high school moment. Even someone, even call let's say 2 minutes, he'd at least taste the intensity of a high pressure game just to feel it. There's no way to get used to that feeling unless you actually experience it. You can't watch from the side, you can't feel it in the TV, and you can't watch it on TV, and you can't hear it from the guys. Even to the next day, you can't feel it. There's no feeling. And throwing up an air ball and going, oh, snap. My rate, my heart rate's going too fast. My pulse rate's going, what's going on? And yet,
There's a five.
this is what happens when I'm in that kind of intensity. So that's my concern with things. You don't give anyone taste of moments. Goes next man up, everyone says, oh yeah, you have the next man up mentality. But the next man up comes in when someone
Maybe
says
Jalen Green for Julius Randle.
say that again. Julius, I'll get Julius back. Oh man, I want
There's
Todd.
no kids.
I want Todd back, baby.
Oh no, I was talking about that All Star pick. I was saying Jalen Green instead of Julius Randle.
Ooh,
Jalen Green's a guard, bro.
Jalen Green. Oh,
He's hooping right now though. He's killing.
Should I take on Josh Hart and put up RJ Barrett?
No, come on, bro. Don't even do that. Like, that's,
wait a second,
But
West. Come on, man. Come on.
you better put him quickly up there.
You better go to Lakers, baby. We gotta put AD in there. AD. Can't have Julius when AD exists. Put
Yeah, leave
Deuce
Josh
over
in there.
AD. Voted for all your voting. Like, you're not trying to put this real team because you really put Randall over AD because you thought Randall was a Knicks. Is that what it is? Anyway, man. By the way, I don't think Deuce would have made a difference today. And I'm Deuce Ives, President, CEO, COO, CDC, Chairman of the board, and I would not think Deuce would have made it. Because I still think his mentality.
I ain't gonna lie, you sound like Sinatra.
Yeah, the chat is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we're gonna play Deuce 12 minutes in place of Cam or Cam, and then he was still going back to play. And Bucks would have finished out the fourth quarter. And I was watching the game, and I'm like, man, Freezie gonna be calling those 3-point shots. OKC comes down, hits a three, that's the dagger. And I'm like, this is him talking. And I'm like, Jared, sounds right. Damn, Freezie.
Would you trade Josh and Deuce for CJ McCollum and Herb Jones?
Who and Mitch? Oh, man.
McCollum's like 33.
Yeah, that's what.
So the money looks like, right?
And he makes 33.
Man.
Would you trade Josh and Deuce for Trey Murphy and Herb Jones?
I will drive them. I will drive them.
I would definitely do it. I think everybody would.
I would trade
if they're thinking.
And a big for Trey or Herb.
I think Freezie, the way we try to use Josh is like in that Draymond role. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And in that Draymond role, you actually need your point guard to play like Steph. And not necessarily Steph shooting wise, but production wise.
The reason why I offer that, I like Josh Hart. I don't want to trade Josh, right? But if we move in excess at one position to have the deepest win, bro, can you imagine Mikal Bridges, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and OG Anunoby on a nightly basis? And then you're able to keep Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench and Precious.
We don't got enough draft picks to make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. They ain't doing that.
Now we're gonna trust the kid. Nah, we're gonna trust it, bro. They can't be smart sometimes, bro. They gotta be smart all the time. Right? With the front office, right? We can't legit say that they can't figure it out when we've seen them figure it out. Right? Y'all praise them for figuring. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. One dude on this panel was like, yo, they paid them $1 over the minimum, man. They figured it out. If they did that, bro, they smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah,
they did that in the off season, not in the regular season. You can't do that in the regular season.
You gotta get something that people want.
Would you? So if that happened in the off season,
that's messed up. You said the can't word, man. Anything happens.
It happened in the off season because you used their rights to resign.
We could have said that 2 years ago, and you don't say with that can't word, but you know.
No, we had assets then. We ain't got those kind of assets.
We don't got them first yet left. RJ and Quickly ain't here no more.
No,
we gone.
We had a whole bunch of young guys that everybody wanted.
Yeah, it's funny how the Lakers make things happen.
Yeah, and it's funny how none of them young guys went away in the cat deal or the Bridges deal.
Who did the Lakers get? DFS?
Recently.
They ain't give up nothing for him?
Recently. They haven't recently got anything. And when they got big
stars... I'm just saying. No, but when they were in bad shape like we were,
when they had AD, they traded literally 3-4 young guys,
3 studs and picks.
Which studs were they though?
Kuzma,
Josh Hart.
Well, no, Kuzma stayed. It was Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo
and
Ball,
Lonzo Ball. 3
and 3
studs
firsts.
and picks.
What studs were they though again?
You heard? They had 3 studs at the time. Yeah.
But what studs are they?
Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and Josh Hart.
You know those 3 names is hot.
Yo, and you know, hey, yeah, thank you.
Two of them players in Knicks history books.
And those are also rookie contracts. Studs on rookie contracts.
And they all got extended to make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right. And the team that they went to won diddly poo. Right.
Okay.
Diddly doo, dude.
Okay, so do we have a Brandon Ingram we could trade right now?
On a rookie contract.
Rookie contract Brandon Ingram we could trade right now?
Sound that here?
We got a rookie contract Lonzo we could trade?
Do we have a LA Brandon Ingram?
No, we don't.
Right.
To trade for a star? No, we don't. Maybe Pacom could be that, but you got to actually play on the court to actually say you're that type of player.
That sounds like a
remember,
problem.
he doesn't actually play because our coach doesn't play young guys. Remember?
Calculated guy. Y'all don't like trades unless there's some crazy penny pinching thing, right? Like, yo, did you see how he flipped that 2nd round pick into 2 second-round picks? Who cares?
Well, look, the main reason we even have like any sort of semblance of assets, which are 2nd round picks, is because we flipped a bunch of 2nd round picks.
We've done a lot of flipping to get these picks.
If we didn't do that, we would have nothing. Our cabinet would be empty. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No young player that teams want because you got to play them, and we would have like our own 2nd round pick, just one.
So what?
You're supposed to just trade for a good rotational player off of another team with nothing. Jay, just take the lint in these 3 quarters out my pocket, and give me your $18 million bench play, please.
Basically.
Yo, Hachimura, 2nd round pick. I'll take
The
him.
chat is on one tonight.
But the Lakers do it, bro. What homegrown star? Think about it. What homegrown star do you remember that the Lakers went to the podium with their own pick and picked a star? Name that player. That the Lakers picked a star with their own pick. Name them.
Not since Eddie Jones, right?
Well, I mean, you could be technical with
Andrew Bynum.
They traded for his rights, so because they wanted him and they traded for his rights.
That wasn't my question.
When did they trade? When did they draft a guy?
When did they draft
with their own pick?
Their own star with their own pick.
You acting like the league wants
No,
the
I'm not
Knicks to be
acting like
good.
nothing. I'm not acting like nothing. I want you to answer that question.
I guess I don't think it's
Magic
relevant.
Johnson.
That's a difficult question. That's a difficult question to answer.
Magic Johnson.
I'm gonna say this. Hey, please treat this person like a.
Is because some teams have a penchant, or like Lee likes to say, a penchant because he's French. Right? Y'all know Courtney was French, right? Like some teams have a penchant to select the player, groom them, and that player becomes a star, and they trade that star away later. Like Philadelphia is a great example of a team that identifies talent, right? The talent is good talent. They ruin it, and then they trade it away, right? And the Lakers are beyond mediocre at drafting their own talent and developing it into stars because they don't have the patience.
But as also everybody wants to go there.
Right.
They'll break their neck to get there.
That's one of the reasons why they don't have patience. They know people want to go there. That's why they're in that perpetual win now mode. Right? Because they know they can get a start anytime they want. Right? They can get a start anytime they want. They can go get a start right now if they wanted to, bro. Right? If Giannis said he wanted to go to the Lakers, I guarantee you the Lakers would make that thing happen. Right?
Yeah, they have a start.
They did it for Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They did it for Kareem. They did it for Bob McAdoo, Michael Thompson, Kobe Bryant. Everybody, bro, it don't matter. If the Lakers want somebody, they're going to go get that player. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
The Celtics are the opposite. The Celtics are a small city. Like Boston's not even bigger than Brooklyn. Right? Boston is about the same size or smaller than Brooklyn, New York, right? Right? But they just cram so many people in that area, it's crazy. Right? And they know it's hard to get signed free agents to come to Boston because their crowd and demographic is crazy. So they draft guys over the years. They identify a guy in the draft and they go after that guy and they keep him forever until they've gotten everything out of that player that they could possibly get. And then they may trade him towards the end of his career, depending on how legendary he is. Or they'll let him walk, like Paul Pierce.
Yep, they didn't let Paul Pierce walk because when they traded Paul Pierce, Ronald and Ray Allen, they came back to be Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and all them.
They traded Paul Pierce to Brooklyn, right?
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, those trade picks they got back with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. And so when it comes to the Knicks and where we are, the Knicks are in a great spot where you have 5 rotational players that are beyond untouchable. Josh Hart right now is beyond untouchable. Right?
To who?
Of how flawed his game is.
To who?
He for life.
No, I don't.
Untouchable to the organization, not to me as a fan.
No, to the organization.
Oh, okay.
And also, the way he affects the team.
One could say he's a
I think he's gonna be. Yeah, but I think they would still trade him in the summer. If a star came up, they would definitely put him in the trade. But if it ain't a star, they ain't gonna be talking.
They not moving him for a role player.
No, if it's a star, I think he'll put him in there.
They're not moving that man for nobody that's available right now.
No, nobody's available right now.
Moving that man. When the Bucks call the Knicks about Giannis coming to New York, they're gonna hang up the phone. Right? They're gonna slam the phone, burn it, and take the ashes and put it in a trash can. Put that trash can on a rocket and send it to Mars, bro.
If you earnestly think Josh Hart stopping a Giannis deal would actually happen, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah,
not happening.
No,
not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Absolutely, they are not gonna.
They didn't let Dante DiVincenzo, literally Brunson's best friend, get in the way against Karl Towns. They all. Yeah, they'll
give Josh the slideshow and he'll be good.
Dante has always been like the 4th or 5th guy. Bro, you remember the dude Amari Spellman? Remember him? I mean, not Amari Spellman. Is that the fat guy? Remember the big guy from Villanova?
Well, Freezie, if they weren't so averse to it, why didn't they get it done earlier in the summer?
I don't
instead of waiting until 2 days.
I don't know. I'm not saying that Dante wasn't tradable. I'm not arguing that point. I'm saying that over the years, as I watched them in college, the big guy, remember the big guy? The big guy was like their hub, bro. Like legit. Like that was like they ace spoon cook for anybody that remember, anybody that used to talk like that. That was the ace. You're the dude that could dribble, pass, and shoot threes. Amari Spellman.
He kept them together.
Yeah, that was like their son. That was not son as in mini version of yourself, but like solar system. Like that dude legit.
They tried.
Yeah,
they tried.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that and Dante had always been like close with them, and this is from my perspective on the outside looking in. Dante was always close and tight with them because they was a unit. But Dante wasn't the dude that was always going out with them. Because if you notice, they didn't even start doing the Wu-Tang stuff until Dante left. When Dante left, all of a sudden you see Bridges and all of them getting ice cream off the ice cream truck together.
No, that was part of the rollout. That was it. It's a regular season rollout for that.
Okay. So why wasn't Dante in the regular season rollout?
Because he didn't make it.
No, I'm talking about last year, bro. Not this year.
No, but like
I'm talking about the year Dante signed here as a free agent.
I don't think they had it that I didn't see anything that year.
Yeah, that's because Dante. I always felt like Dante was. You know how you have friends, and then you have your boys, and then you have your brothers, and then you have like the inner circle. Like I don't think Dante was ever. I think they all was always cool. I never felt like Dante was like. I think Dante loved them, but I don't know if Dante was
loved like that by them.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing we don't actually know. All I can go by is the fact that they waited 3 days before training camp because they didn't want to trade.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because their relationship is their relationship.
But I ain't gonna flex. I think they try to do everything outside of the fact of adding Dante.
Yeah, they tried to exhaust every. They were trying to trade Mitch instead, and they were not going. They were not interested in taking back, basically, Mitch. Or if they were to take Mitch, it would have had to have been a 3-team deal where he went to another team, and then they would not be comfortable with just coming back to that team with Julius Randle instead of Cat.
Yeah,
that would just not work for them. Because there would be no point for them to take Mitch.
And what I offered was an opinion. I'm not saying that it's fact. I just wanted to. I said it at the beginning, and I want to say it at the end too. Like what I'm saying is not a fact. Like I don't know these dudes. This was just my perception of watching them at Nova. Like these dudes wouldn't even pass on. Well, I remember watching them, and they wouldn't even pass Dante the ball. I'm like, yo, this dude, he out here. I thought he was Rex Chapman when I first saw him. Y'all remember Rex Chapman? No? Okay.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When I first saw him, I was like, look how he walking on the floor. He walked different.
Now, y'all young cats say swag. I say swagger. He walked on the court with a sense of confidence and the fact of the resilience, a sense of resilience. You know what I meant. But anyway, thank you. Thank you.
First of all, that man spelling Ryan's name right is stalker level. DSJ spelled Ryan last name right, bro. Stalker.
Yeah. Hey, Freezie, you want to hear the quote from Tibbs tonight?
My God.
Okay, I'll give you a quote. Quote, you got to read the game. We had an 8-point lead going into the fourth. Intensity of the fourth is different. We got to be ready for that. We fell short. Our bench is more than capable. We win together, we lose together. Tom Thibodeau on all starters playing 40-plus minutes while bench scores 5.
Yeah.
And OKC lost.
It sounds like a deflection to me.
I mean that's a Tibbsism. If you ever,
but it's like middle of the season press conference quotes, bro. I'm like, man, I already know what he going. That stuff don't move me no more. I remember when I couldn't wait to hear dudes at the press conference after the game. But now that I get so many people's opinions, like doing shows and stuff, and we have thousands of people giving you their opinion on like a major event or something, I'm like, man, I don't care what Tim's saying, bro, because I already know it's gonna be describing something that went wrong that he couldn't fix, and at the end of that statement, he's gonna say something like, "You just gotta be better." Why don't you just say we just gotta be better?
Yeah, we are currently 5 points lower than the next lowest team in bench points per game at 19.9 compared to 24.8 from the Lakers.
That's 4.9, bro. That's what the controversy is doing.
I mean, calculator guys got a loaded
About the
a
minutes. About
loaded
the minutes
starting
played.
lineup, but if Deuce doesn't play, he ain't getting no points on that.
How about the minutes played by the bench? What's our minutes comparison?
How many bench points did we have the night before or the game before? About to check.
Wherever the wave is, that's what Duke is. Like if the wave is high, if the wave is cresting, Duke is cresting.
There was a couple games where we were down like 5-6 in the first quarter, or coming into the second quarter, he hit a couple threes and gave us a little burst to get us going. But is he maintaining that burst? Is he getting you 22 in a game? Nah, he ain't quickly.
Yeah, if we're down in the dumps, Deuce ain't saving you. But if you riding high, Deuce can
He
help.
ain't quickly in that regard.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. He hit big shots.
I'm saying that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that he hit big shots. He hit a lot of big shots
He hit a
to
big shot against
refrain. Hold on a second. He hit a lot of big shots to refrain like runs. Like he had answers sometimes when we needed it. But it is what it is.
He ain't quickly. Where quickly come in and raise hell for like 3-4 minutes.
I saw quickly go. I remember when quickly was too.
Well, quickly had that green light too now.
Yeah. I'm saying, but I remember when
Green light. What you mean?
he was like 2 for 27 from three. Remember, quickly was like 2 for 27 from three, like right a month before he got traded, and that man hit 3 threes back to back, and that man was pouncing like Steph Curry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Freezie, of course. Deuce got the green light. He just don't got the bag to get his shot off whenever he wants. We done seen him toss up a billion threes in a game. Tibbs wants him to shoot. It's just his game is a little awkward where he's not going to create for himself. He doesn't know how to manipulate pick and rolls to get his own shot.
Right.
So when we talk about green light, he has a green light to take as many shots as he wants. He's just not skilled enough to take more than the ones that are allotted or given to him, created by other people. He's just not that type of player. Like we want him to be a 6-man type player, but he's not a guy that will ever, or well, I won't say ever, but he's not a guy is gonna average 15 points per game over like a stretch of 15, 20 games. He just never will do that. He'll come in and give you. He might if he gets.
You talking about Deuce, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Deuce. He might get 18, 20 in a night, and then the next night he'll pop up with 6.
Okay, I hear you.
Like
I hear you.
how he gets is dictated by how the team defends him. He's not imprinting his game on like for instance, where quickly it don't matter what the other team is doing. He's gonna try to imprint how he wants to play in the game.
I disagree, but I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna say this. A lot of times, I'm gonna say this more so than less, especially in the last since or a year since RJ has been traded. I'm gonna say this: this young man has hit a lot more bigger shots than ineffective shots. So
I'm saying,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
And the shots that he's hit, someone created for him. Is my point. He's not.
It doesn't matter. He still knocked him down.
It does matter.
So if he didn't knock him down, or if he didn't,
no. You're not understanding like the process. Sometimes, and some nights, you need a guard to come off the bench and grab the bull by the horns. He's not that type of guy. Someone got to create the advantage for him, and he'll knock the hell out of those corner shots.
Yeah, that young man is still growing, bro. So I'm not gonna say not ever.
That's just not his game right now. And I feel like his finishing got worse. Anytime he gets to the paint, throws up a layup, I don't feel good about it going in. Maybe it's his knee, or he's not finishing as well as he was.
Yo, I'm not even a Deuce fan, yo, and I'm not gonna take this, yo. Don't do him like that.
I'm not calling him a bum. I'm not everyone understands that.
No, so all right. No, I'm gonna fall back.
I'm not calling him a bum. That's my. I'm not calling them that at all. I'm saying like when you watch the Celtics, right? If one of their big guns comes in and is underwhelming, you know Peyton Pritchard's gonna come in the game and light it up, like because he's aggressive and he has the green light and he has the skill to get his shot whenever he really feels like it.
So I'm
Then,
gonna ask
then
you this last question. You
yeah,
don't think Deuce McBride has that capability in him?
he hasn't shown it, at least not consistently, not yet. He's had games where he got hot and he's hit six threes.
Okay.
When
All
has
right.
he ever come down, orchestrated an offense, called the
Listen,
pick,
I'm not a. I'm
assist,
like, yo, where you
and
at? Where
then
you at? Wiz?
All right. Can you hear me?
Where you at, Wiz?
you got to defend your man with.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Slightly.
Oh man. Okay. Actually, you know what? I can't disagree. Deuce has skills. Don't show the killer instinct yet. Like IQ did. Quickly had killer instincts. Deuce is
Yeah.
still a beta, and I
Damn.
think he has the potential to become what going
You're
forward.
fired. You're fired.
Corey,
But
Corey,
I gotta be
tell me.
real. But part of it is I blame Tim.
Dre, listen,
Deuce
listen to
gonna
the
have.
microphone.
Do
Like
you
one
understand it?
panelist microphone is super low, and the other panelist microphone is super high. And so it's like dueling banjos up there. I can't even hear Wiz.
You can hear me?
And Wiz think I'm following the conversation. I'm just like,
Oh man, I'm. I think Tibbs.
did you say Kyle Kuzma? Dre, did he say Kyle Kuzma?
No, I said Tibbs. I think Tibbs.
Tibbs has nothing to do with this conversation.
Yes, he does because he Deuce's growth when he had Burks play 40 games, say he's the best point on the team, and he could have had Deuce put in an extra 4,000 minutes. Everybody talking about a 10,000 minutes, 10,000 time thing. 1,000 minutes right now had Tom Thibodeau trusted IQ and him instead of having Burks, a journeyman game at starter with 30 plus minutes every time when he had those guys ready to learn. So we're losing that season. We're lost. Sad. 28 was sad. And we have Burks in there doing what? Mark, taking a time. So
Now I
Tibbs,
thought I was drinking, but the curry powder is stronger than my drink.
I'll say this, Corey. Deuce has shown improvement year over year, so it wouldn't shock me if he turned into that aggressive type player next year. But
exactly.
he's just a guy that relies on his teammates to get him some shots.
And I'm Luther's great granddad, so I know.
If you say so, okay.
That young cat needs a little time, but he could have had the time in that year Burke started easily.
That man
Where he
Freezie
was
was clipping his
next year,
fingernails.
the end of that year.
Bro, you've been fired, man. From the Deuce fan club, yo.
That's a bad
If you was
Deuce
the
player.
president, yo,
And
you been excommunicated from being his granddad, yo.
If Deuce was on trial, that nigga be in
Wow.
jail for life.
yeah, I'm gonna be at a game, a Clippers game next year, and I'm gonna talk to Deuce again. I was right there last time in the second row. I'm gonna
That
tell him
Clippers
to
game
wake
might be
up,
good.
son. But oh man, we got to make. I think So you guys, we need to make a move. Do you agree? We need another piece. Is that a fact?
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna make a big move, but they're gonna do something. They're gonna do some house cleaning. But the real house cleaning year over year is when this
Panic
team
mode.
is the real house cleaning is year over year when this team is established as a competitor, a real competitor, and then you actually get the actual decent players on vet minimums.
So correlate. You don't think we need to move?
I think.
You said we don't think we need to
Score.
move?
I'm using the fifth.
If was the fifth.
You're still the fifth.
I think I don't. If I had to make an educated guess, they're gonna make a move for like a rotational guy. They're not gonna make a big move. It's gonna probably be
Right.
some guy that makes $6 to $8 million at most. Could be even less. A guy that makes $4 million or something like that, and they bring him in as a bucket, just off the bench bucket. Or it could just be someone we add, like T.J. Warren down the stretch. But it's not going to be a big move. The whatever idea of a bigger move that's going to be done in the summer. And I think we're talented enough to compete at the highest level. Like we all damn near outscored a 10-man rotation with 5 guys tonight.
We showed that
They were
tonight. We
struggling.
just didn't execute.
Yeah,
We showed that tonight. We were up 14 points on the best defensive team in the league. We just didn't execute when it mattered.
Some of it is on the coaching, some of it is on the players, some of it is on execution.
So I think it's all the calculated guys, bro. The calculated guys is why we lost this game, bro.
If we had Ryan Dunn, we wouldn't.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm gonna watch this game again, and if my eyes tell me what I saw it the first time,
is it on right now, on MSG? Is playing back right now?
I don't know. I'm gonna watch it on my phone after I finish talking to y'all. I'm gonna watch this game again, and yo, never mind.
Yeah,
wow.
You say I really hate the calculate. I don't hate the calculate. Nah, bro. I don't like the calculated guys, bro. I just don't like the calculated guys taking over.
I'm just wondering.
Like a fair, balanced conversation with everybody's perspective, but real basketball being at the heart, right? Like I don't buy league pass to watch dudes press calculator buttons, right? I like basketball. Right.
How many?
When the calculated dudes are like, yo, give me 3 budget level, barely in the NBA guys over a guy that's going to be a rotation player for 10 or 11 years. And then see, that's when my conversation gets sideways. There should never be the thought that you can get Matt Ryan over Ryan Dunn. That should never even be a part of the conversation. Now, with that said, the calculator guys didn't make that move. The Knicks made that move. The calculator guys didn't pound the table for that. The Knicks made that move. But where it frustrates me is I understand that championship level teams are not going to have all-stars 1 through 15. No team is. Right? But players 8 through 15 have to be some type of pushing the thing forward. It can't be kicking the can down the road. I'm gonna let Matt Ryan hold this roster spot for this year, but he's not gonna be part of the future. Stuff like that. You don't see championship level teams make those type of moves. Those are transition teams that are still looking to climb the ladder. Right? They're still looking to climb because they feel like they're 3 or 4 pieces away. Now, mind you, I think the Knicks still think they're 3 or 4 pieces away, right? And what I'm saying, when I say that, I don't mean that they're 2 pieces, like they feel like they need 4 players. I think they feel like they need to shed some guys that are currently on the roster to go out and add guys that are going to make a difference on the roster, right? I think that's why I think Mitchell Robinson is gone. Right? It's why I think certain players on the roster, that's why I knew in my heart Randall was always gone. I knew RJ was always quickly. Jumpman. Guys like that, I know they're gone because I know the Knicks. I have a sense that they don't feel like these guys are here long term. That's why I got on them so hard last year for carrying dead weight on the roster. Instead of having rookies in the Bro, Lee.
Freezie, the dead weight guys got
I'm
you going.
no.
How
Let him
many
finish.
times?
Let him finish, yo.
How many times did you hear me complain about Charlie Brown Jr. in that dumbass workers' comp cast on his arm? Right? He in the roster spot. He got a roster spot, and you know he not coming back. Right? You know he not coming back. And so
what's the 6'5" forward? Who's that 6'5" forward?
The Daquan Jeffries. But when I spoke to the calculator guys from 2 years ago, I trust the calculator guys from 2 years ago. Right? They were telling me, like, hey, dog, they just carrying them because they just want to add them in individual moves. Like, if they come up $1 short or something, they'll have the flexibility to put one of those guys in a trade. Right. And so I didn't understand it at the time. And then they taught me, I was like, okay. Right. But why do you need 5 of them? Right. Can you give those spots to rookies? Right. Can you give that spot to Ariel Hukporti? Can you give that spot to Kev McCullough? Can you give that spot to Tyler Kolek? Can you give that spot to Pakem Dadier? And my man was like, the Knicks won't draft 4 guys and put them on the roster. I was like, nah, bro, I promise you, if your strategy is right, they will do that, because if you draft 4 rookies, they'll still be on cheap contracts and you can use them in dual purposes, right? For one, they could be working towards getting better and maybe being here long term. And then if you do need an extra $1 or 2, you can add one of them players to a trade. And he was like, okay, I see what you mean. Right? That was a part of your Knicks reset. Right. So I understand the guys that used to talk the calculated stuff to me 3 years ago, I get what they were saying, right? About there are moves coming. But now that we're at this spot here, now mind you, they drafted the 4 rookies before they got Cat. Right? They drafted the 4 rookies before they got Cat, and they didn't throw one of the rookie contracts in that trade. Right? They could have easily put Pakem Dadier in that trade instead of Shake Milton to Brooklyn. Right? Or they could have easily put Tyler Kolek in that trade instead of the guy that I like. What's the Keita Bates Diop? Remember they put Keita Bates Diop in the trade instead of one of the rookies? So I get what they're saying, but the thing with the thing, my dismay with the calculator guys is you can't sell me on the future of a move. And then when I ask you what the future of the move is, you don't have an answer. In basketball, you don't solve for X, right? Basketball is a sport. You don't solve for X in basketball. It's not how real life works, right? And so that's why when the calculator guys come at me with the random scenarios of, we got to trade for DeAndre Ayton because such and such and such, maybe in a year or 2, maybe possibly potential star X might be available. Nah, you can't sell me on that, bro. I'm too smart for that. So's the chat. The chat too smart for that. They too wise for that. They done seen everything. They done seen it all. They done been through it all as Knicks fans. So you can't tell me like, yeah, man, if you trade such and such players for DeAndre Ayton, and then when such and such player becomes available, and then when you ask, well, who is such and such player? You're like, nah, it's a variable. You have to solve for X. No, you don't. It's basketball, bro. What are you going to do in the meantime? You're just going to run a clunky lineup on the floor just in case John Morant comes available in 2 years? Nah. That's not how basketball go, bro. You got to play until you're going to play basketball. As long as that calendar moving, you're going to be playing basketball, right? And so to be clunky just in case a guy come in and you go get a guy and then you get that guy and then he's clunky too, then what have you done? You ruined it. You put too much icing on the cake. Lee, you ever had cake with too much icing on it, bro? You're like, what the fuck? Disgusting. You ever had wings that were too hot? You can't even enjoy your
disgusting.
Your chicken wings are so hot they taste like jet fuel. right? Yo, y'all took this thing too far, right? So that's my thing with the calculator guys. Not the act of being a calculator guy, but taking certain things and pushing it to the limit. And I'm like,
and that's no attack. That's no attack, but that's the truth, though.
Yeah, like DeAndre, like the other night, the DeAndre Ayton thing. I was like, come on, bro, dog, come on, dog.
Me personally, I think they're done with all the big moves. They already found their core. I think they're just trying to figure out who to surround their core with that fits in the 7, 8, 9, 10 guy rotation was.
Right.
I think that's really all it comes down to me personally, because all the other moves that they were making before to maintain flexibility to throw it at a max contract guy. Well, surprise, we have the max contract guy, Cat.
Right.
And we did all that maneuvering to get the max contract guy. After that, with the core you already have set up, it's about figuring out your tertiary pieces, your role players, who fits and who meshes. And when you acquire a core like this, the good side is they're gonna compete immediately at the highest level. But like to move furniture around and do some shopping for players that fit, that can be done continuously. The tinkering is never going to be done. Like the role players that we see on this team are not going to be the ones next year, and it may not be the ones you see the year after that. It may not even be the ones you see after that. There's going to be tinkering that's going to be done, and the role players, it might be one might pop, one might be Pacom Dadier, for example, and then we might find another one where we trade a couple guys on rookie contracts for a guy that makes 5-6 million over 2 years, and he becomes your eighth guy in your rotation. Like it's going to be something. It's going to be things that you're going to be tinkering around as we see and that's why we acquired all these second rounders and sweeteners to throw in deals to get a guy that we want. We just don't know who it is right this second. Best believe that front office with hundreds of guys getting paid a lot of money, the highest paid front office probably in the sport, highest paid calculator guys in the sport. They're gonna figure something out because they already spent so many resources just to even man this team together. They spent $7 million straight cash to Charlotte just to make the deal happen. The cat
Bro,
deal.
Bro,
non-catchings. Remember that name, bro. Non-catchings, bro.
They spent $7 million straight cash just to make the cat deal work. You know that, right?
Bro.
Like cash to the organization. Like here, have it. Charlotte, you can have this money.
Bro, I'm gonna say this though, but it still boils all the way down to the individuals and the players when it comes to situations and buying in, because we got a captain who needs to lead by example and understand the game. He has to make himself less of the he has to think the game out differently than he is right now. So
to be
human,
flawed. So everyone shoulders some blame for this L. Brunson takes a lot more because he's a captain, and the coach takes some as well.
And he took the most shots.
You know what's funny? He played into the hand of what OKC wanted him to do, and Tom Thibodeau kind of let it just spiral out of control. Yes. The players have the say. The players have to execute. But as a coach, if you're seeing a guy spiral out of control, right, taking all them shots down the stretch, you have 3 timeouts in the fourth quarter. Burn one. They went on a stretch, an extended stretch.
He burned 2.
He burned 2, and we came out running the same stuff. So what was he saying in the huddle at that point then? We didn't deviate from anything. We were playing the exact same way at the beginning of the fourth quarter to the last minute of the fourth quarter. So what was those timeouts for? What was he saying in the timeouts?
Nothing.
So, like when you say it's on the players, like bro, the proof is in the pudding. Like if it's on the players, then They gotta execute. I'll say this right now. I don't think Brunson is this rogue basketball player that's against doing what his coach asks of him.
No.
So if
I
you come
never
out and
said
you see
that.
that,
No. I'm not. No.
I know
Lee,
you not
Lee,
saying
that's
that.
not. He's not saying that you said that.
I know you not saying that. I'm saying he's not that type of guy to just go rogue and just say I'm gonna take all these shots. At some point, like if you look down the stretch, Brunson in clutch minutes, he leads the league in usage. That is not by no accident. That's not because he wants to do that. Some of that is roster construction, and some of that is being like, some of that is coach, and some of that is Tibbs being old
And some of
school.
it is circumstance. Some of it circumstance.
Some of it is circumstance.
You don't know what the other team is doing. Maybe the other team does something that they think works for them, but it actually plays in our favor, and you got to take advantage of it.
True, Freezie, but he's by a wide margin the highest usage clutch time player. And that speaks to me that Tibbs is of the old school mentality that your best player needs to have the ball.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Decision making. Come on, man.
Do you know what usage is? It's usage is when a possession ends with your shot, your assist, or your assist.
Or your free throw.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah.
So that's not completely on Brunson. Like you literally draw up a game plan, and the game plan might dictate. Like,
you're talking about usage rate, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about usage rate. Yeah, and that game plan coming down the stretch literally explicitly states Brunson takes half the usage. And you think he's just doing that because he wants to? He doesn't do it at the beginning of games. He doesn't do it at the end of games by accident. Tibbs' mindset, an old school coach, works. The best player has the ball in his hands. Take us home. That's typically what he's done. When we had Randall and no one else, what do you think would happen? It was Randall ISO ball down the stretch.
I agree.
Like that's just
and hold a second. And for the same reasons we used to crucify this young man.
I was being on Tibbs for that. I don't think Randall wants to just be.
Wow.
I would. It's documented. I was on Tibbs. You know, I was on Tibbs about that.
I'm not saying this. What you said was not documented. I'm not arguing that, but I'm also saying, at the end of the day, when Tibbs does that, gives you the ball and puts you in this, you have to make the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? You can't dribble the hell out the ball through the majority of the clock and then pray that you got 4 or 5 outlets. You understand what I'm saying? Or you ain't getting the call, bro. Sometimes you have to create a situation.
I'll give you this then. Why am I never seeing the Cal get a pick and roll with Cat down the stretch of games? You think that's because Brunson decides that?
I think people on the court. Hold on a second. That's people on the court. Players on the court. Not looking at that situation as well.
Nah. I think that's just a common theme of the Tom Thibodeau teams. They be outlier games.
Okay.
For the most part, I think that's how he steers the ship. Matter of fact, you could say that for every Tom Thibodeau team you could ever think of. When he had Derrick Rose coming down the stretch, who you think had the ball every single time down?
So, do you think
when he had Jimmy Butler, who's having the ball clutch time minutes every single possession down?
So if he's giving you the ball, he's trying to tell you to make the best decision.
Sometimes you don't give it to the player. You don't put it on the player every single time. When OKC was coming down, you think it was just Shea every time? Their role player killed us down the stretch. It wasn't Shea. Shea wasn't playing well. Their role player was 19 on us.
And like I said earlier today, And I've been saying for the majority of the season, one of these cats got to make themselves the MVP. And the MVP sometimes has to sacrifice.
But it's on the coaching to empower players. They went with a 10, 11-man rotation, and they have injuries. Caruso and Chet Holmgren is out, and they still go 10-man deep against a team that's feeling like a title contender, the Knicks. So that
How many
speaks to
times?
empowering your players, utilizing your players. Because they ain't
All
nobody
right.
on their bench. Ain't nobody. You call it space. Their bench ain't really crazy like that. It's not.
They was today.
Yeah, they work today, and their bench is more likely to step up than ours is, statistically anyway. They score way more points than us. That's not by an accident, by the way. That isn't just solely a talent thing. Either. That is a coach having biases.
Let me ask y'all about something else before I wrap up, because I gotta get out of here, man, and be ready to get on these phones about 9 o'clock, right? I have a sense that this trade deadline is going to be the busiest and biggest trade deadline that we've seen in years. And my fear is that two teams in the Eastern Conference are going to be the recipient of major trades, right? And so we're about what's today, the 4th? So we're about 33 days away from the trade deadline. Do you anticipate major trades in the Eastern Conference, and how will that impact the Knicks?
What do you consider major? Like, what's your definition?
Major, not minor.
Like a guy making 20 million, 30 million, 40 million?
Yeah. I'm talking about franchise players.
Oh no, I don't see that happening.
Okay.
What
about
Jimmy? Man, Jimmy Butler already put it out there, and Pat Riley put it on notice. Okay, what's up? We shopping.
Pat Riley is going to trade him to the West, not the East.
It doesn't matter, but you don't know what's coming back, though.
He's at his lowest value right now. So
yeah, I see.
Dre,
so Lee, you see that as soon as Jay was like, "Nah, man, I don't think it's gonna happen." But then as soon as you said something,
right.
Dre was like,
no. Freezie said, "This is what you said, Freezie. How is that going to impact you? They not going to get someone that's
you don't know if it's a two-way trade or one-way trade, three-team trade. You don't know how these the dynamics of this is going to unfold. How is it going to affect
not only
us?
Not only, in my opinion, this is what I see. Not only are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th Eastern Conference teams going to be in the conversation, I think 3 of them are going to be able to pull off that major trade. Like, I think Brandon Ingram is coming east, right? I think Brandon Ingram is coming east. I don't know to what team. I just have that sense. The prevailing trade that's in the air right now is De'Aaron Fox to the Magic, right? Anthony Black, Jet Howard, all those young dudes that Orlando has been stockpiling over the years, and probably be going to Sacramento and be a perfect fit for an unselfish team that wants to get out and run outside of DeMar DeRozan, right? I also think Jimmy Butler is going to be traded somewhere unexpected, because it's not about where Pat Riley wants him to go. It's who's going to pay the highest price, right? And don't count out Philadelphia in that, because Philadelphia has a nice young piece in Philly, and they have the weird salaries to match it. They overpaid a lot of veterans that they can put in a trade to get Jimmy Butler to go with Paul George, Joel Embiid, and
they can't aggregate salaries. Neither of them can. That's why I was like, the CBA is so.
They can't aggregate salary. Are they up against the second apron? That apron that people like to talk about?
If they were to try to take on Jimmy Butler's contract, it would be more than likely they go over because it's hard to match his money. He's making $50 million. Yeah. If Jimmy was making 30, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Do you remember how Andre Iguodala got? You remember how Andre Iguodala got to the Denver Nuggets?
I don't remember, but I don't remember. But the parameters of the rules are different, so you can't even really compare it.
Yeah. So how Andre Iguodala got to the Denver Nuggets is Orlando wanted to trade Dwight Howard, and they couldn't get a team, and so they kept adding teams to the trade until it wound up being a 14 deal. Remember that?
That was
I just said that.
Yeah.
And you've never seen a 14 deal since.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard.
Dre is like the wet blanket on these conversations, bro.
Hey man, you talking
exactly, man.
You talking about deals that happened
13, 12, so it's never happened. It's not possible.
It's happened. It's very unlikely, especially with these rules.
Right. And so even then, with a very weird salary cap and salaries even lower than they are right now, that trade happened.
And there was no such thing.
Salaries back then were.
You didn't have to match dollar for dollar. There were no second apron restrictions that the Miami Heat have to abide by, which throws the wrench into a contract.
We know that this is new. We know
so that. like in order to make these weird money deals happen, Miami can literally only send out Jimmy. That's it.
Yeah. Why would they send out more than Jimmy?
How are they going to acquire these players that just going to make a dramatic?
You don't know who they're acquiring. You know the participants.
I'm just telling you right now how it's looking. Miami's not going to.
That's how you challenge them, Lee. That's how you challenge them, Lee. When they calculated guys, you're like, well, how do you know?
Well, how do you know that? How do you know that? What's his name? De'Aaron Fox is going to go to the Orlando Magic just because you say so?
No.
That's the part. That's the part where you didn't listen. I never said I knew. Right? I didn't say I knew. I said that was the prevailing thought.
Right? You did say that.
Did I not say that was the prevailing thought?
Well, then I can say that the prevailing thought that these deals that you think can happen are very unlikely to happen.
Didn't in that time, in that moment.
I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now.
Right. And so I can revise now also. What I'm saying is like we don't know. Like we don't know what a team is going to do. Like, for instance, you didn't know the Lakers were going to give up all that stuff to get Anthony Davis. Like, and at the time, in real time, just like Fritz said, right, at the time that trade occurred, the Lakers overpaid for Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis was a young, budding franchise player, and they still overpaid for Anthony Davis. But then after the years go by and you look at the price that was paid, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Larry Nance, Josh Hart, whoever, I can't remember how Josh Hart got it, whatever. All them dudes, when you look back on it, you like, the Lakers ain't give up nothing to get Anthony Davis. And then the team that traded away Anthony Davis, they wound up sucking with those same dudes. And Zion Williamson had to save their future.
What the first round pick?
And they still suck. Right? And right now, New Orleans still sucks. So you don't necessarily know what like a team is gonna necessarily do based on how you see them in the moment. We don't know what these front offices are thinking behind closed doors. Right? But I tell you this. If Jimmy Butler didn't have a market, there wouldn't be rumors. I'm confident saying that. If Jimmy Butler had a zero market, there wouldn't be any rumors.
I'll tell you right now, the return is going to be underwhelming for Jimmy. I'm telling you right now.
I think I agree with you. I agree with you on
very
that.
Underwhelming.
Like based on what they want to get versus what they get, I think it's going to be underwhelming. And that's because you're paying for a 37-year-old temperamental former all-star who feels like he still has juice left, but his production doesn't show it.
And he wants to get paid.
And he's a brat.
Right. And if he is if he's sandbagging for the Heat, you don't want to trade for a guy that's sandbagging for his current team, because what's going to happen when he get to your team and then becomes unhappy?
And you don't
He
pay
gonna
him.
sandbag for you too.
You better do it with the
and
idea
he's
that
around
you're
his
extending.
contract time.
Yeah.
You only do it with the idea of extending him.
Yeah. The team that I'm hearing the most, right, for Jimmy Butler, and this is just content creators talking behind the scenes, is the Houston Rockets. That's the team that I hear. I think they have some type of weird salary setup where they can move like some veterans or whatever, and the veterans that they can move fit the Heat culture. Right, you know what I'm saying? And so you get a younger, lighter version, a light-skinned version of Jimmy Butler in that trade that you sent for Jimmy Butler. And then the Heat rebuild on the fly. You get Jimmy Butler for two beige dudes that make a lot of money. And you solve more than one issue at once. You get a point guard and you get a small forward. And maybe some other piece. But you know they're not trading Jabari Smith and Tari Eason. You know they're not trading
Jabari broke his hand, and Tari Eason is out with leg injury, and we don't know when he's gonna be back.
They're not going anyway.
Shoot. If anybody, if I was somebody who wanted to get right back into the mix out west, I would be Utah. Michael Porter Jr.
You mean Denver?
Michael Porter Jr.
Denver, I mean, yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
You good.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me.
Don't be surprised.
But you only do it. But you only do it if you extend it. Otherwise, like you said, the sandbagging is just gonna continue.
Yeah.
Unless you straight up say, opt out and I give you an extension of $35 million for the next 4 years or something like that. $35 million a year. Otherwise, it would just be. You can't expect more than like a James Harden type deal. It would make no sense to pay a forward that's game is built completely around physicality at 35 years old. And he already misses like 20 games a year. That's why his market is going to not be what Miami thinks it is.
But if you can start out to the playoffs, then
the sole reason we talking about why Pat don't want to pay him is the reason why his market not going to be crazy in the trade market. He's older, injury prone, misses like 20 something games a year.
Temperamental veteran. Right. That if he's not in a winning situation, he gonna ruin. He toxic if he's not winning, which is weird to say.
Facts.
It's weird to say it, but he's a toxic non-winner. When he's not winning, he ain't happy. And so that's like a two-way street, because when you are winning, he takes you over the top. But when you're losing, he's an anchor, dragging you down.
Denver sounds like the move.
Yeah. So if you're Lee, think about the teams that are in earshot of the Knicks, right? Think about teams that are in earshot of the Knicks. Think about if you're the Orlando Magic and you've been drafting point guard for years and you can't hit. Would you not package things up to get a De'Aaron Fox?
Hey man, it's about the franchise and where the franchise wants to go right then and there.
If you're
the president is the president of the basketball operations and ownership. If they're not in lockstep when trying to make a major move, then don't do it. But if you can, yeah, I would, because I can see Jalen Suggs and Fox in the backcourt, and that'd be ugly.
Yeah, and he can carry your franchise until both Paolo and Franz Wagner get healthy, and then when you roll those, when all of them get on the floor at the same time, they won't win a championship this year because they'll need some time to come together, right? But if you're Orlando, what better signal to send your passionate fan base than to make a major move like this. Like, hey, y'all, we going for it. Another team to look out for is the Detroit Pistons. They have salary locked up and salaries that they can move, right? They have Tim Hardaway Jr. I think they have Malik Beasley. I think he don't make no money now, but I think they have Tobias Harris on a big contract. And so they can make that. What if Detroit gets
and Jaden Ivey, the fact that he's hurt right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna extend Jaden Ivey though. I already see it.
What if you're Detroit? Do you make that move? Do you trade away some of those young players that ain't really developed and maybe a future pick? Or do you just trade veterans to match salary and then send them?
What, for De'Aaron?
No, for Jimmy Butler. I'm saying to match salary. Do you send them Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. and say Ron Holland and some seconds for Jimmy Butler?
Remember, he's a toxic loser.
But the thing is, they're on the edge, though. That team there is not on the edge losing ground. They're on the edge gaining ground, right?
But yeah, gaining ground. But we got to remember that man is 36 years old or about to be.
Hold on, but they can let him go though.
He's not as impactful to winning as you think. Because Miami is a 500 team right now, and he done played most of the games. So how impactful is he?
Right. See, but that's that's Dre's side on it, right? My side on it is Detroit was a dumpster fire last year. They lost like 27 games in a row. Right now, as we speak, they're on the edge of the play-in. Right? They're the 9th seed in the East right now. Right? Right. What pushes them out of the play-in situation, out of the lottery forever, than trading Tobias Harris, who's probably 2 years, 3 years younger than Jimmy Butler, and Tim Hardaway Jr., and maybe Ron Holland and another, say, some second-round picks for Jimmy Butler, just so they can outbid whoever. I don't think Jimmy Butler is worth that much, but it's not what he's worth, it's what teams are willing to pay, right? If you're Detroit, do you go get a guy that thrusts you automatically, revitalizes your city, even if it's just for a moment, even just for the short term? Say they trade for Jimmy Butler and they don't keep him, but Detroit hosts playoff games. And now your young players, Lee, I'm going to say a term that I used to say back in the day, and people used to think I was crazy, right? Those young players, Cade and Amen Thompson, Jalen Duren, Beef Stew, they get to play in high leverage games for the first time ever, right? And what that does to a franchise. If Jimmy Butler walk after the season, so what? You host playoff games with this young core, and they get a taste of what it's like in a postseason, even if they get swept.
Or they get a taste of the playoffs, you bring him back, and then he ruins a young core like he did the Wolves. Now what?
Bro.
But when does Jimmy Butler ruin a young core without them being successful?
They made to the playoffs with him.
Right. Who?
The Wolves. He went to the playoffs with the Wolves.
Wolves. You said the Wolves. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said, remember.
I'm saying, I get your point. I just didn't hear you say the word Wolves.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Yeah, I was going to say, like, the fact that.
No, he did. He did.
The fact that Cat is still rehabbing his image off of that. People were talking so bad about Cat, like he wasn't one of those type of guys. Because of that whole Jimmy situation. For 4 years, still.
That's why he should have bounced way before that. This is way too late.
That's the thing. If you're Minnesota, right? If you're Minnesota, why are you trading for Jimmy Butler in the first place?
Because Tom Thibodeau is your coach.
In that moment, bro, think about what they traded away for Jimmy Butler.
Zach.
They traded away Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, and Lauri Markkanen. And 2 of those dudes are on max contracts right now.
The pick that turned into Lauri, right?
Yeah, the number 7 pick. Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau's crazy. He was the GM at the time.
Tom Thibodeau is
And he was trying to trade RJ for Jimmy again.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So if you're a team in the East, right? If you're Boston, if you're the Knicks, if you're Cleveland, and you know that this is the landscape over the next 33 days, do you make a home run move? Do you make a preventive move? Not a major move, but do you pluck one of the knights off the chessboard?
I think so. Yeah, I think you got it. I think you got to target a guy that has a defined skill set that makes around $8 to $12 million.
I disagree.
Hey man, like I can understand. I understand. Like we got like a dominant starting five scoring wise, but you can't be averaging 19 points off the bench. That's not good. They had a guy tonight off their bench that put up our season average off the bench by himself.
I agree.
And we don't even know who he is. That man put up 19.
I get all. What's the move though?
A bucket. Just a bucket off the bench.
I mean, what player though? What are we talking? I mean, what are we talking about?
That's where I have to do more research. Because I don't want a Jordan Clarkson for damn sure. I just saw that man. Hell no. But like the ideal would. If Malcolm Brogdon didn't make $20 million, I would say go get him. If he made,
I think the perfect player. I have a player in mind.
Who?
It's gonna make you laugh.
Go for it.
Quentin Grimes.
I said a bucket, Freezie.
He scored 26 tonight.
Yeah, brother, please.
He wouldn't start on the team. He started tonight.
Brother.
Kyrie and Luka were out. That man is a bench player, and he struggled on the bench for a Tom Thibodeau team already. I'm good.
Quentin Grimes put up 26 points in garbage time, and Rel and them gonna be like, "Yo, he the GOAT."
Shout out to King and Rel.
Shout out to King and Rel, bro. I hope they listen.
Peace.
Good people.
I love it.
A player that I think could be attainable for us is Tim Hardaway Jr.
How much does he make?
Man, he probably make too much. I think he made he probably make too much.
15, 16, 17,
18, something like that.
I think he make close to 20.
Yeah.
I wish we could pry Malik Beasley off that cold dead hands, but they not letting him go. Man, they gonna extend that man, give him $80 million. They actually love him over there. I think Malik Beasley leads the league in threes right now.
And who does he play for now? Milwaukee?
No, Detroit.
Detroit, okay. Yeah.
He leads, or he's like top 1 or 2 in threes.
Man, you really need another 6'3" guard?
Is he 6'3"? I thought he was 6'5".
No, that man.
No, he's 6'3", 6'2".
Are you sure?
In the sneakers. I mean, in the sneakers, he's probably about 6'4". But no.
Yeah, he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4", 187. Yeah.
Just need a bucket, man. We just need someone that can come off the bench and get flammable. Like one of those guys that Tom Thibodeau throws out there. He ain't got it. You just put him back on the bench.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any real flammable guy on the bench.
We do, but we just ain't putting them in the right situation.
Who, Deuce?
Exactly.
Deuce is
it hurt.
Under the ideal situations. I need Deuce to get flammable with a pick. Like I need him to get a pick and go get a bucket.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, yo. If we had him tonight and he knocked down 3 threes, we would have won the game.
This would have been one of the nights where he should have finished the game over Josh.
He should have finished the game over Jalen.
Nah. You want Josh and Deuce McBride to run offense at the end of games? All right. That's worse than what Jalen Brunson did tonight. We already done seen that Deuce can't run it against second units. You want him to run it against the best defense in the league? It's crazy.
Yo, we just seen Deuce in tough situations already. We cannot say that. He would have not. That's a
More times than not, he struggled.
nah, man. Nah, put your calculator back in your pocket, man.
It ain't no calculator. This is real life. I seen it. We all seen it. He struggles at orchestrating. He's not a point guard. We know he's not a point guard. So why are we acting like he is all of a sudden? He's the size of a point guard,
Yeah,
but he ain't no point guard.
yo, bro. Our point guard ain't really a point guard.
Yeah, but he still averages 26 and like 8 assists. Deuce would never.
That's the weakest excuse I heard in the last
Nah, it's
5
just real
years.
life. This is real life. He's just more talented than Deuce. Don't compare him. Don't compare the two. Brunson can have a bad game. Deuce, if he had to have Brunson's role tonight, he would have a nightmare game.
Yo, point guard comes down to decision making. You understand that more so than scoring, making everybody better. You realize that, right?
Tyus Jones would not have won us this basketball game. Who else? Who else is a traditional point guard you could bring up? Tyus Jones was getting his head beat in by the Suns, by OKC on the Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on his team.
All right, man.
And it's about talent. He played bad.
All right, man.
The talent is.
All right, man. All right, man. Wow.
If Deuce McBride ran this offense, we would have 85 points tonight total. Because they would make that man pick up his dribble in the backcourt. You know that, right? The only reason we getting it across half court half the time is because they decide not to guard Josh. Now, imagine they try to make Deuce bring the ball up against that ball pressure. You crazy. That's we would have probably 30 turnovers if Brunson didn't play. For all his flaws, we would have turned the ball over a hell of a lot more if he didn't play.
I noticed y'all don't stay on topic worth nothing, bro. I was sitting here, I was like, yo, I'm gonna ask this person a specific question.
I'll go ahead, Freezie.
And we talking about Deuce McBride handles.
I'm just saying, like, I understand the point he's making about the point guard thing, but like Deuce ain't nowhere near stratosphere. Like Brunson could make up for bad decision making off talent. Straight up.
Yeah.
But continue. My fault, Freezie.
No, go ahead, bro.
I ain't got nothing else to say about that.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm thinking that the Knicks are going to have to do a preventive move, and not a major move, man. I'm not saying that the Knicks are going to trade for a $20 million player. I'm just thinking the Knicks are going to pluck somebody that everybody is looking at that may include in a deal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe included in a deal, and then take some pieces off the board.
Well, we got to the 6th.
It might be a buy.
We got a month. We got 1 month right now from this day right on. So that's the point that you just made to figure if this is going to happen or see if it's going to happen. So God bless the right decision.
I'm trying to figure out who it might be. It might be a buyout market dude too. It might be a guy that's on a MLE that got bought out.
Might be Denny Avdija.
Do we got what it takes to get him?
Huh?
Do we got what it takes to get him? I think he makes like $15 million.
Yeah, he ain't.
I do like Denny though. Discount Luka.
Discount Cooper Flag?
Is he?
Like low budget? I think he low budget Cooper Flag, bro.
Cooper Flag gonna be a monster on defense though.
Yeah, well, so that makes Denny,
I'm not gonna say that yet.
That makes Denny a mini monster.
Hey man, Corey, he gonna be Karolinko again.
Yeah.
And how long was Karolinko? And how far did he go?
Karolinko got here as a grown man.
With offense is what I think he's gonna be. I think he's going to be Ben Simmons with offense, bro. And when we see it, we're not going to understand how great it is.
Ben Simmons type passing? Oh.
Yeah, I think so. You got to watch the game. You got to watch the game, bro.
His game is not.
I've been watching his game, but I've been watching Ace Bailey too now.
Don't go by what people say on the internet, bro, because people on the internet are wrong 95% of the time, in my opinion.
The only thing I'll say, young Ben was so fluid, man. He did everything like someone that was 6'2", but 6'10". Where when you see Cooper, you can tell Cooper Flag is 6'8", 6'9". You can tell off the rip. Like he does some things a little bit awkward, but it's still.
We let the Kardashians take his mojo.
Right.
Oh, well, speaking of guys that might be on the move, Devin Carter played his first game tonight.
Yep.
Made his debut tonight. So that might free up a guy like Keon Ellis.
That might free up De'Aaron Fox.
You think they're gonna move him? Damn it.
Yep.
The older rookie. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. See, because the thing is, that's what I tell people all the time. That you got to be careful who
you just let go of the head coach.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
You gotta be careful who you bring in your locker room, bro. Like just because a dude put up 20 points a game somewhere, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and you see him on Sports Center once a month, that don't mean that's the dude you want. That's why I'm saying, like, when cats be like, "Yo, trade for DeAndre Ayton," and then all you got, nah, no, thank you.
Would you trade for the other Bogdanovich, Atlanta Bogdanovich?
Nah, I ain't trading for neither one of them.
The bucket.
No. Because when playoff time come, man, them dudes that used to get those soft points in the regular season, you see him in the playoffs, and you're like, dang, he 3 for 17? Nah.
Tibbs will pull him by 3. Tibbs will pull him when he go 1 for 4. You won't see him
ironically, if Kevin Huerter didn't make so much money, I'd be interested. Because Kevin Huerter has a very Bro, you ever play with Kevin Huerter on 2K?
Yeah, he's funny.
Bro, you can run your point, bro.
But here's the thing, Freezie. It's funny how you say 17 million is a lot. 3-4 years ago, that wasn't a lot to move. But you see how restrictive the cap is for actual competitive teams?
Yeah, I'm talking about Kevin Huerter, though.
I know. But he's making 17 million. It's hard to even get 17 million.
No, I get it. I see it. I see the grand point that you made, right? I see the overarching point that you made, right? But what I'm saying is smart. If you have a smart front office, they'll make it work.
I mean, yeah, it'll be hard to do, but they
are not just smart after they do a trade, bro. They're smart all the time.
There's a lot of dumb ones too, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Pelicans.
Yeah. I gotta get out of here, man. Get up so I can get me some sleep, so I can get on this phone at like 9 something. Thank you everybody for coming in through and rocking with us. Shout out to Corey Lee,
man,
and Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitch may have played his last game as a Knick, bro.
I think he's coming back.
I'm not gonna have this argument.
Did you see the thing? That I sent?
Holla at me at February 6th.
No.
At 5:30.
They saying that Mitch might be back the week before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, okay, well, if that's the case, then you know what I'm saying. Holla at me at February 6th. Let's see if he's still wearing blue and orange. But outside of that,
Homer, he keeps saying outside of that. What are you saying? Outside of what?
Outside of that, we have to do better with what we got. Facts.
I don't understand what you mean.
With the talent that we have, the key talent that we have.
Is Mitch not talented? Is what you're saying? You're saying Mitch?
No, I'm not putting Mitch Robinson in no conversation.
You saying Mitch is not talented? And Mitch
no. And you know better than not know.
Dre, did you hear
outside
of that?
Dre, outside of Mitch,
right?
outside of the fact that you're trying to lead me into a conversation about Mitch.
I'm not. I'm about to get out of here. I don't give.
All right, that's cool. That's cool, and you have a great evening. But my point to you is this, though.
Wait. How you gonna say have a great evening in the conversation and then say your point?
No. I want to finish it up because I was trying to not get into this. I'm avoiding this whole Mitch situation. He ain't here. When he get here, we'll talk about him. If he's not here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? By February 6th, he's not here after February 6th, then, we can move on and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? When he gets here, we can talk about my man, the Butcher.
I swear, I think Corey Lee is a fake Mitch fan, bro.
You crazy as hell.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you a fake Mitch fan, bro.
Man, when he comes, he's gonna make his presence felt. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm the thing about Mitch, and this is my opinion, not asking anybody to agree, and I'm not trying to sway you. I think Mitch is a very talented player when he's on the floor and healthy in his peak. My frustration with him is how often is he not injured, in shape, and in his peak. That's my frustration with Mitch. I don't hate him. I'll follow him on social media. I check his Instagram page every day. Like, I like Mitch, right? I like the little family moments and the truck stuff and all of that. But, bro, this is like him. This is like Allen Houston all over again. Y'all remember the end of Allen Houston in New York? Y'all remember that?
Microfracture.
Yeah. Any Knicks fan?
I know. I know. I'm still hurting from that.
This is what it feels like with Mitch right now. Like a guy, everybody waiting for him to come back. He never come back. When he come back, he out of shape, don't look the same. And then he makes some money. And then now you see, he got money tied up. And we trying to win. And no disrespect to H2O, because every time I see Allen Houston, right? No lie, hand to the man, stack of Bibles. Every time I see Allen Houston, he look my way. I'm like, hey, H2O, what's good? He's like, hey, man.
That's light skin love right there.
Yeah, like he is, like the dude is a genuine good guy. So the way that his tenure ended with the Knicks was
Dre, my man. I'm gonna punch you in the forehead for that one.
It was frustrating the way his career ended with the Knicks. Remember, they made the what you call it?
Ewing got traded because of all that.
Now, what's the rule that they made on the salary cap where you can cut a salary and they still get paid and it don't count against the cap? Remember, we did it.
Amnesty.
Yeah, I remember they made up that's called the Allen Houston rule. Right? And now when we do the new CBA, they might have to call it the Mitchell Robinson rule. Right? A dude that's injured, he already, you know what I'm saying, you get insurance to pay for it.
Right?
You know what's so messed up? You can pick on this man right now for this right now. I swear, I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back.
When I'm not. So when did I tell a lie?
Man, I'm not arguing against anything. I never said you was a liar. Come on, man, you my man, yo.
No, I'm asking. When did I say something that was not true about Mitchell Robinson?
Yo, your argument is legit. Unfortunately, the man is hurt. He's not. He's incapable of helping his team out right now. You know what I'm saying? Or in the reference of what you're trying to say, earning his pay. You know what I'm saying?
Now he earned it, bro. All that money he get paid, bro. He's still a professional athlete. I'm not knocking his money. I'm not knocking him getting paid. Right? That's why I think that's where the roads diverge. Like
but you brought up the amnesty though.
See,
that's the whole thing.
Because you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not hearing me. I don't care if the Knicks pay him $50 million. Right? What I'm saying is the 13 or 14 million that he's making for this roster could be going somewhere else to help the roster. If they gave that man that money on the side, I don't care. It ain't my money. It ain't my money. But what I'm saying is could the Knicks be doing something else with that $14 million? Because
or maybe the Knicks are looking at that $14-15 million. You know what I'm saying? Us winning the NBA's finals. I don't know. Who knows?
Bro,
who knows?
That legit, we could be using that money right now on Austin Reeves. A big guard that can be a primary facilitator with multiple units. He's 6'5". He already been on a championship contender. He's not a primary facilitator, but you could play him off the ball. And he gets into moments. Now, he's a selfish player a lot of the times, but there are moments when he is so unselfish that you have to remind him, like, hey, man, shoot the damn ball. You out here waiting for you were waiting.
We got two cats already right now who are selfish.
Yeah.
And we got two. Why we need to add a third? You understand what I'm saying? Our captain needs to lead by example, make his teammates better in certain situations. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm done. Mitchell Robinson has no effect on what we're doing right now.
We talking about
until he gets back healthy. Until he gets healthy, I will entertain all conversations about Mitch, especially if he's on the team.
Wise, you got to counsel your man, bro, about Mitch. Wise, you got to counsel.
I think Wise knows that I handled this situation pretty good.
Because you don't. I have a sense that you think we are Mitchell Robinson haters, like how the Frank Ntilikina fans used to be.
No, bro, no. You my homie. You told me yourself outside of this conversation, in personal conversations, you have no issue with Mitch, other than the fact that he can't stay healthy.
I keep saying that.
Yo, and you know what I'm saying? Your argument is somewhat legit considering how long he's been on this team and what we've been needing to get from him, and what we had to do, and the changes we had to make because he was injured.
It's a double standard, right? Because if
it is no double standard,
it is because if Mitchell Robinson was healthy and Cat was out hurt due to injury, y'all would be killing Cat right now. Y'all would be
come on, man. We were killing. Yo, hold on a second, and I wasn't one of them. We were killing. We was killing. What's called because he was hurt the shoulder. Julius Randle. You know, it is what it is right now. Until he can come back and fulfill his part of the deal, or play whatever role that Tibbs schemes up for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it alone.
It's like the Derrick Rose. Y'all remember how Derrick Rose used to always, Dre? You remember how Derrick Rose used to always have these injuries? Like how Derrick Rose never actually got hurt in a game. You remember?
I miss him. I wish he's out here to prove my point. If not, you know what I'm saying? So be it. And then it could be where it is, and we could trade with somebody who
you said him. You used
Mitch.
Okay.
Mitch. Do I miss him? Yes. Do I think he can be effective? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Is he here now? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So I can't talk about. I can't put out there what I think he could do over Cat, nor JB, nor anybody. You know what I'm saying? From Josh Hart, everybody plays their role, man.
Yo, look at what Wise said. Wise got your back. Wise said You always protecting Cat, but don't say he's soft. That's a double standard too. Nah, is it? Is it? Here's a double standard. Here's a double standard. Dre, here's a double standard for you. Mitchell Robinson hasn't played since Joel Embiid twisted his ankle, right? Is that a fact? Is that true or no? Is that a lie?
That's a fact.
All right. We saw Carl-Anthony Towns.
And how severe was that? When he just came back off an injury.
Right. I got you, bro. I got you. He twisted that man ankle, and the Mitch fans are like,
I love it.
At the same time, we saw Carl-Anthony Towns punch Joel Embiid in the eye. But one dude is soft and the other dude is hard. Like we legit saw Cat punch this dude in the face after he trolled him on social media, right? Like this dude waited all day, like, I can't wait. Soon as they throw this ball up in the air, I'm gonna punch this dude dead in the mouth. Right? That happened, right? The whole city of Philadelphia had to hold Carl-Anthony Towns back. The other dude got his ankle twisted and he ain't played basketball since.
No, you know what? This is.
But the other dude is soft.
Is this the viola or the violin?
That's a double standard, right? Like legit, one dude is soft because he punched Joel Embiid in the mouth for talking shit about him on social media, and the other dude got his ankle twisted and decided not to play basketball ever since.
It's the latter, I guess. Like it's the latter. It's the latter.
Do you know what is the? Can you define what the injury is that's going on with Mitchell Robinson right now? Like, what's the injury? Do you know the injury?
Something in his ankle.
So now it's the player's fault versus the front office.
Hey! Oh, can I switch something real quick? Did you know tonight?
Yeah, bro.
Did you know? Did you know Karl Towns didn't take a three tonight? He's only done that once in the last 6 years.
That's crazy, right?
He's only went one game without a three once in the last 6 years. An attempt. Just one attempt. He didn't even take one.
Yo, hey.
How many times did Cat dunk on people?
Wise, Wise. Here's the thing. I wasn't trolling Lee. I was trolling Wise. I was legit trolling Wise just now, and I think Lee wanted to jump in, and that's why I was like, yo, Lee ain't really a Mitch fan, because I was trying to get Wise. I was trying to get Wise to come out the bushes.
You're wild.
He didn't want to come out the bushes. Because Wise would have defended his man, bro. Lee ain't gonna defend his man. Lee gonna defend himself. Like Lee gonna defend himself. He ain't gonna defend his man, right? Wise would have been like, nah, man, you can't be talking about my mans like that. Yo.
Oh wow, that's cold blooded, yo. Now that's cold blooded.
We can't troll Wise.
No, you can troll Wise, but I'm just saying. Like you just said, I'm gonna leave my man hanging. Like, wow.
Talking about Mitchell Robinson or Wise? Which one are you talking about? You talking about
either or.
I'll be trolling Wise because Cat will do double what Mitch does in a game, and people will be like, that ain't enough. And then when you say, yeah, when Mitch
especially when it's on one side of the court.
Mitchell Robinson averaged 7 points a game, right? That man dunked one time a game, and we out here talking about Cat don't dunk enough.
He might dunk twice if you get 7 because
If he
he
go for
ain't getting no free throws.
If he go for 10 points, yeah, he gonna hit free. Yo, he gonna be 3 or 10. He gonna be 3-11 from the free throw line. Yo, every time Mitch shoot a free throw, they call him the janitor out the back. Like, hey man, can you come clean up this glass? yo, they Mitch be having the custodian working all night on free throws, bro. That man shooting them laser beams at the rim. But anyway, I just wanted to troll. I just wanted to have some fun with everybody, man, setting everybody off. You know what I'm saying, with some laughs and stuff or whatever. Shout out to my man Mitchell Robinson, who I love more than Corey Lee do, obviously.
Whatever, man.
Clearly, Mitch, y'all know
I
love.
I guess I didn't give him the name the Butcher for no reason.
Right.
I'm by myself.
I'm not a front running Mitchell Robinson fan. Right.
What? Stop it. Yo.
You're a front running Mitch fan, bro. Anyways, everybody, y'all have a good night. I'm not for sure if we'll be able to rock tomorrow, because it's Saturday, and you already know, man. The Saturdays I have to be doing like adult stuff. I got to be a grown.
He's married. He got to be married. He got to be married, y'all.
Yeah, man. I apologize for that, and I don't apologize for that at the same time. So, but thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.